Mark. Yeah. What's that? Why? What the fuck going on? Bro! Right, sit tight. To get to the bottom of this. God fucking damn it. It's already this bit already. I have no.
Hi, is it cute? It's me, Sarah Jane. Just wondering if you'd like to do it again.
That's why. I knew it. Okay, we're good now. Don't know why I did that, but we're good now. Random Doom channel, I see you. We are on YouTube only today because I was a naughty boy on Twitch. And I've been banned for 3 days. No, wrong page. Here we are. That's why we're on YouTube only today.
Sarah Jane. Just wondering if
We're going to watch the pre-stream. We're going to have to watch it on Raw, Phil. We're definitely going to watch it on Raw, Phil. Here it is. He's still going. He's still doing suggestion box. Native Mamba, how you doing?
Sarah Jane. Just wondering
Look at this fucking hole in the green screen, bruv. Jesus Christ. I might play Elden Ring whilst we're doing this. Maybe. Should we have some Saint Pepsi before we do this as well? Joy Orbison's good, but should we have some Saint Pepsi? Do what you want to. I don't know how YouTube is funny about music, so if I play lots of music, it might fucking ban it, but I don't know. What you want to do. Anyway, hi, how you doing, YouTube? Yeah, we're here. I'm here. I'm here on YouTube. We're gonna watch the guy, obviously. Mr. Japir, the Tinkle Fairy. Your mum said you're not allowed to watch Twitch. Well, I don't know that YouTube's much better than that, but you know. Gonna leave at 9 to 5. Right, but anyway, I have been temporarily suspended for nudity. I've been temporarily suspended off YouTube, off Twitch for nudity. I'll show you what I posted. I'll show you what I posted, okay? Now, hang on. Right, hang on. That's gay. I mean, you're not wrong. Hang on a minute. I'll show you the picture. The picture weren't that bad, dude. I posted this on my story. I posted this on my story. Come on, dude. It's not that bad. The person who looked at it was just some fucking nerdy, skinny little cunt. That's what happened. I mean, it's probably a long time coming, let's be honest. I can live with it. I can live with it. I know, you can literally watch girls twerking and shine their arseholes almost. Yeah, 3-day suspension. Yeah, I mean, I should have known. I should have known because Twitch is like that. Amaranth is on the platform constant and I get banned for 3 days. So, you know, I can't really complain too much because, you know, Right, let's do one more. Let's do one more Saint Pepsi, and then we'll start watching the guy.
4, 3, 2.
Hopefully. Anyway, we're gonna watch this now. I don't know how it worked. It's drag. Cholo Brown. It's yeah, maybe. I don't know how it happens. I think maybe a person done it. I honestly don't know. Either way. And I opened my Twitch app and I saw this, like log in, and I was like, oh no, something's happened. Can't be afraid. I need to fucking. Can't be afraid. Yeah, it is only 3 days. I'm grateful for that, and yeah, I won't be doing it again, sadly. But yeah, I thought I'd, you know, fucking Twitch, dude. The things Twitch bans and suspends people for, and then lets take place on its fucking platform, are insane. But I should have known. I should have known. Why'd you get banned? You missed the story. It's not a ban. I only got suspended for 3 days. For posting a sus picture. What is the song? That song is Honey by Saint Pepsi. Here you are.
4, 3, 2.
There you go. Spring sales, game deals, let's go. Let's look at the Xbox spring sale quickly. Skull and Bones, 46 quid already, because it's fucking shit. Oh my god, Suicide Squad is 50% off already. Yeah, that is true, Cholo Brown, you are correct. I can't, this is half price already. Half price, dude. I'd give this a gamer pass if I was you. This looks like shit. It is 50% too expensive. Yeah, I wouldn't pay it. New Forza. Prince of Persia. Are they really? Destiny? Jedi shit? Not interested in that. Mirage? Nah. Bro, these games... Black Ops 2 is 12 quid still? Really? I wanted to reinstall Laser B, even though like I really didn't like it. As a Souls-like, I wanted to reinstall it and give it another go. But I honestly really didn't like that game. And I'm normally a big Souls-like proponent, and I thought that was fucking shit. I'll be honest, I did not like Liza B at all. Achilles. Oh, no. Top down. Not really my thing. Kefling thing. Do Skyrim. What? Download it. I've got Skyrim somewhere already. I've got a load of Skyrim clips thinking about it. What I have got, now that you've said that, we're going to open up the can of worms. Play Skyrim in cat cosplay. Right. Neon Arrakis, how you doing? I've got some good Skyrim clips on the Xbox, dude. Check it out. I've got some great clips on this. I've got some really good arrow shots, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, check this out, bro. This is from my last playthrough. I did like stealth and shit. Look, watch this, dude. One. Check this out. Is there another one? Yeah. This guy's moving, ready? Watch this, bro. Bro, you seen someone shoot that good? You ever seen someone shoot a bow that good in Skyrim, bruv? Come on, my lords. Come on, son. Do I watch football? I don't, sadly. Oh yeah, I remember this. The body freaks out. Drogger, Death Lord. Yeah. Yeah. The classic. Yeah. Skyrim. Skyrim doing Skyrim shit. Skyrim doing Skyrim shit. I don't know why I filmed. This is like years old though. I don't know why I filmed half this shit. Seven years old these clips are. This is the Series X. J-Dog, how you doing? Really old clip. 7 years ago. 7 years ago. Just pictures, I guess. 7 years ago. Fucking hell. I guess this was a bow one as well. Oh yeah. Oh, into the fire, bro. Into the fire. But it's been years since I played Skyrim, dude. What else is in the sale? Are these all on sale? Anthem! Bro, do you remember when... Oh my god, we're doing it right now. We're doing it right now. I'm installing Anthem once again. Just to see how shit it still is. I did this about a year and a half ago. And we're doing it one more time. What was that other game I said I think this was it. I think it was Anthem. I said I was going to install it again. Just to see how bad it still was. Or just to be reminded of how bad it was. Sweet. We should watch a bit of DSP, shouldn't we, really? To start up with. Maybe, potentially. Excuse me, I'm so sorry for the coughing. What is your streaming schedule? I normally stream every night, but most of the time it's on Twitch. But because I've been a bit of a naughty boy and got a temporary ban, because I got a temporary ban on Twitch, I'm streaming on YouTube today. I got banned, I'll once again show it. I got banned because I posted a slightly sus picture of myself. But it's not that bad versus what you might see on Twitch. Look, all I did... That's all I posted. It's not that bad. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I did watch the That Being Said. I actually, J-Dog, if you are interested, I recently did Detractor Beam with ALT and Indrid. Where is it? This one. I recently did Detractor Beam with ALT and Snooty Roo and Indrid. Marked is the monkey from Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah.
So you might enjoy that if you fancy watching that. It is tame compared to what Twitch allows. You're correct. You are correct. It's very tame compared to what Twitch allows. Very, very tame out. Very tame. Right, Right, let's watch a bit of this. God, DSP sucks, dude. Okay, daycare intro. Daycare intro, here we go.
Good morning, everyone. Phil here. And
Move
welcome
top.
to the Level 1 podcast. Welcome to the morning after my annual birthday bash marathon for this year.
Bicep
Yesterday
oppression.
was great. Today is Sunday, the 7th of April, 2024, and it is React Day, meaning today
React Day.
I'll be putting out reacting content. Whether it's
Reacting
on
content?
my channel,
By the way,
DSP Reacts,
Zennycat. Did
where
I
we
see
have my
Zennycat or
show,
someone?
or whether later tonight it's over on the DSP Throwback channel, where I'll be reacting to my first ever playthrough of the Walking Dead: The Telltale series from way back when, over
Way back when.
now, I believe. So good stuff.
Massive
today.
sniff.
And I just want to say thank you to anyone who
You're lucky because I
attended.
was gonna like make a YouTube video today. I've been meaning to make like a dedicated YouTube video where I'm just gonna sit here and watch back some of the old favorite DSP moments, the Twitch ban, some of the side scrollers clips, some stuff like that. But I was like, no, fuck it, we'll just stream on YouTube instead.
the Marathon Live, to anyone who supported the marathon.
Yeah, he was hard on the Hogans
or
last
to
night, you
anyone
know.
who's now watching
Got
it
like
after the fact,
$650
because
for his
videos have been
birthday
going
just in
live
tips.
gradually overnight. There's so many videos that came out of this event,
$650 just in tips.
that basically it could be very confusing to figure
Really?
out where they are and what happened. We'll recap that a bit here today on the show. I got a little update for everybody in regards to
In regards to
this channel and its status.
no one cares,
Because,
DSP,
over
but
the
get on
last
with it
few
nonetheless.
months, as you know,
As you know.
going on with, the RPG overload, with the gifted memberships that are fake and all of that. And so,
What?
people have been saying,
What?
Gee, I'm just curious, what's going on with the channel? How's it doing? Because a lot of things have changed.
No one
I don't
cares.
have certain things tracking the channel. progress and
Curious,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
We're curious about how much money you've got.
So I'll give you an update on that this morning because I actually checked it out. And
Yeah.
basically, we don't have a lot to talk about today. There is no real gaming news going on.
Oh, there's
right
no
now.
news at all.
So,
No
more of a
news
basic
at all,
show.
by the way.
And if we feel like we want to do Q&A, if we feel like maybe we want to open up.
There's no gaming news. Okay, we've got Call and PC. High Street Giant with 240 stores closing. There's something in the UK. There's a Golden Axe story. Install RAM. There's a story about pubs and gaming. Right. So there are some stories. Gaming keyboard. I mean, it's not exactly his type thing, but there's a couple of things going on that you could talk about if you really wanted. So, retro gaming can be the savior of the whole gaming industry. He could comment on a few of those things if he wanted, but no, there's no stories.
The suggestion box for the first
There's
time.
no
in a bit.
news in the world
Whatever
of
we wanna
gaming.
do. Another more laid back show, just because there's not.
He is a
lot
good cautionary
to really
tale.
discuss.
It is like a train wreck. You can't look away. You're like,
So
oh
let's
my
get
god, what's the
started, shall
cunt
we?
going to say next?
So let's begin with yesterday. Just
Lumpy, I
kind of
see
everything
you.
that went down, so you know where everything is, because the videos are all over the place. Yesterday's marathon went really, really well. Okay, we had great attendance all day long. It didn't matter if I was just talking, doing a gaming schedule update, playing a game.
Yeah,
eating food,
look at he's
drinking
talking
food,
about how popular he was yesterday.
reacting to videos, whatever it was. There was a lot of people on the stream, and that was a great thing. Just
Why are we recapping this? Yeah, there was a load of you around. It satiated my ego. There was loads of you around.
in general, having that much engagement is going to help this channel after being so slow for over 2 months, because so many RPGs brought down this channel's engagement. So thanks for that.
No one fucking cares.
Many people literally popped their heads and said hello and then took off, and that was fine. And some people hung out for the whole thing, and some people were here for various parts that they were interested in. Because it was a more casualized stream, I didn't go crazy making tons of announcements all day about when we were changing what we were doing.
Didn't he
I
do
just
like a
wanted this to
schedule
be
for an
more
hour?
relaxed party atmosphere, which it worked.
Didn't he
for
do
sure.
like a schedule
We
for an
actually had
hour?
some emotes. We had me in a party hat for the event, and it was very good in that regard.
Didn't he do
I
like
had
a
great
schedule for
time.
literally an
It was
hour?
relaxing. Again, I didn't have any party decorations. We didn't have party horns and party confetti or anything like that.
Why?
Instead, it was just, hey, hang out with me all day.
Why?
It went really well in that regard. I think as I'm getting older, right, this is the case is people just want to hang out. They just want to have a good time and relax and talk and shoot the shit and just enjoy each other's company, right?
No, it's more popular because that's when the trolls are there, because they're waiting for you to say dumb shit and bait you and watching you devour the bait. That's why there's more people when you do a pre-stream.
That's becoming more and more prevalent as opposed to let's play a game all day or let's do this agenda thing all day and we got to do it. We got to adhere to it and be strict to it. You know, it was nice in that regard that people just wanted to
That's
hang out
your agenda set by you. No other streamer does that. His agenda set by him for him.
all day. But, you know, people had a lot of interaction where they were voting on what we were doing during the
Oh, yeah,
day.
interaction,
Let
voting
me
what we do next
break it
and
down
giving him
for you.
money. Interaction.
Yeah. So yesterday's podcast was one of the longest I've literally ever done. Over 2 hours, because people just kept talking and kept contributing and kept wanting it to go on.
People
and on.
kept
So
giving
we
me
kept
money.
going, basically until it finally kind of calmed down, which took over 2 hours. So it was a great show. And then we rolled into the schedule update. Now, I don't want to go into massive detail about the gaming schedule update. It's the highlighted video on this channel right now, and I kind of want to leave it the highlighted video on this channel for a week or two, just so a lot of people will check it out and know, oh, okay,
What
these
the
are the
fuck
games
have I
Phil is
missed someone?
interested in. Because if I don't do that, what'll end up happening is it's as if I didn't make it, and then every day people are just going to come by and say, what are you playing? What
Maybe
are you
not.
playing? What are you playing? So whenever someone comes by and says, hey, Phil, what are you playing? I'm going to say, check out the schedule update. It's the, you know, featured video on the main channel page.
No one cares
No.
about that.
It was
The
about an hour
schedule
long,
update.
and we
Yeah,
went
check
through
out my
all the
schedule
month,
video.
Right, April, May, June, July.
Oh, my
August,
lords.
into September. And the good news is we now have a good idea of the gaming landscape. Okay,
The gaming
bad news
landscape,
is
yeah.
There seems
Why
to
are
be
we
giant
recapping
holes
this?
in the gaming schedule? Where
Why are
there's
we
just nothing
recapping this
coming out.
now?
So I'll give you an example. This month, we already have a good
Weird.
rotation. We've got Elden
Maximus,
Ring that's
hey, dude.
going on probably till the end of the month because I'm going to try to do as much content as I can before we put it on hiatus and prepare for the DLC.
What?
We've got
What?
the conclusion of Alone in the Dark tomorrow. We've got Helldivers 2, which is now in the rotation, and people are craving me to play it, so I'm going to be playing it probably a good amount.
Oh, yeah, Helldivers, yeah.
We got
I
Street Fighter
baited him
6
into
back
that.
in the rotation, which is great. I'm not going to be playing that a ton, but maybe, you know, a couple times a week as a multiplayer stream. That's really good. And, of course, I am going to begin my co-op playthrough with my wife of Beyond Two Souls probably this coming Wednesday night. We'll talk about the schedule in a bit because it did
That
change.
fat,
this week.
ugly
The
cunt.
work schedule changed and it shifted
Yeah,
everything
that
around.
fat, ugly
So I'll
cunt.
let
We all
you-
care
we'll talk
about
that
her.
in a sec. But outside of all that, basically once we finish Alone in the Dark, we're gonna have kind of a gap in the schedule. We're gonna have like one game spot to do something, okay? And well, everyone's of a different opinion. One thing it's not gonna be is an RPG. We have put RPGs on hiatus. There's been too many of them in the rotation.
Can't play RPGs
Killed
because
the
you don't make
channel.
no
Like,
money.
Again, not to beat the dead horse, but this channel's engagement and views plummeted for 2 months when I was playing nonstop Baldur's Gate 3 and Like a Dragon.
No one fucking cares.
It really killed the channel. As much as you could say, oh, well, but the streams were supported. That's
You are pathetic. Mr. Views. 200,000 subscribers. You barely break 700 to 500 views on a fucking video, of which I just cut up of your live streams and present as if it's something else. This geezer talking about views and engagement. His whole channel's fucking dying, falling into the sea, and he thinks it's other people. Indrid Cold, I am the bad boy of Twitch. I am Twitch's baddest boy. Okay? Just saying.
true. But this channel doesn't exist only on tips on a stream.
Oh my god,
It
hang
exists
on.
Overall health. of the
Hang
channel.
on.
People-
We've got more important stuff. Right. Now, I know we're watching DSP, but briefly, let's all cast our minds back. Do you guys remember there was this little game? They said it was going to be, like open world and co-op, and there was going to be so many things to do, and you can go here and explore this, or under the water and fly around, and it's going to be like super cool and innovative and wild, and it's going to be like supported. No, I did not win the fight, but neither did Snooty Roo. Kind of. We'll get to that in a minute. But do you all remember that? And this little game was called Anthem. And they had really nice trailers for it. They had really nice trailers for it. It was slightly rigged. It was slightly rigged. Guy with two names. A friend of the organisers, allegedly, turned up and won. We turned up and beat Snooty after Snooty beat me in, I will say it, a very close match. I nearly pinned him. But who remembers this game? Who remembers this game, dude? And then when it come out, it was fucking trash, my dude. When this game come out, it was so fucking trash. And we're gonna play it for 3 minutes and then uninstall it. Oh, bro, let's see how awful it is still. Oh yeah, it was a BioWare game. Oh my god, look at this. Remember this crap? Who remembers this crap? Bro, when this game come out, it was so empty, dude. Remember playing it and just being like, oh, is this it? This game was, oh, dude. It sucked so bad. No proper, like, there was NPCs, but the city hub was rubbish. The map was rubbish, empty, boring. It was just go and blast enemies. Oh, it was so... Celebrate 1 year of Anthem. Yeah, great. Oh, yeah, and you're in weird first-person mode when you're not out in the world. I guess there. Where are we? Where are we? Here? Yeah? Oh, launch, okay. This game was so sus. You don't remember this? Does anyone remember this sus game? I don't remember the controls at all. I love the fact that people don't even remember this game when it had so much hype around it. It was so fucking hyped up, this game, and it was so fucking shit when it come out. Like, it weren't necessarily a shit game on its own, it was just such a letdown. It was such a letdown, this game. Is it really taking this long to load? Okay. Oh, no, here we go. It's doing something. But yeah, it was such a letdown, this game, when it come out. Yeah, there was so much, like, buzz around this, and it fucking sucks so hard. So funny, bro. I can't remember how to take off. Like, you can fly and do shit in your little suit. But...
Right, back at it. I'll keep you posted on anything that needs attention.
Okay, understood.
Okay, I've got a sniper rifle. Okay, that's how we fly. I had like some cool thing where I could land with my melee. I think it was this. Yeah. I had the cool melee build guy. Super run. Look at this stuff, dude. Okay, I haven't got the bullets. What? See how sus this game looks? That was an ability, I guess. Have I got... Oh, dear. We've got some bombs and shit. Oh, yeah! Get sliced! Bro. I'm surprised no one remembers this sus fucking game. It was pretty bad, as you can see. It was not the... I can't change my weapon. I honestly don't know how to change guns. That's like a decoy or some shit. That's something as well. That's like melee shit. It's not cool. It's not cool. You don't know what you're talking about. You honestly don't know what you're talking about. It looks good. The game itself fucking sucked. Like, it looks kind of fun. You can go in the water and shit as well. I need to change weapons, dude. Yeah. Let's try and go in the water. You could, like, fly through some bits. Like. But they said there was going to be, like, all these missions, all this underwater shit, all this stuff. And it just, like, the world was just empty as fuck and boring as hell. There was nothing good in it. Okay, my control under the water is not that good. The gunplay was, like, not very good. And the enemies were boring. And you just fly around sort of slightly open areas like this. Assassin, how you doing? You flew around like these weird, slightly open areas and just kind of did nothing. And just shot aliens. This is basically all you did the whole game. Like, yeah, okay, it's kind of fun. Uh-oh. But, you know, it's not that fun. I can still, I guess, kill stuff. Bro, kill it. Okay, he's a boss. But as you can see, this is literally the whole game. Ah, I'm not shooting very good. This is the whole game. This is like the whole game. After like 5 minutes of this, it got really boring really quick. Your little suit thing was kind of cool. I think you got different abilities. There's kind of like a few different guns and shit. But I got a challenge. Wow. Imagine I get an achievement. I mean, we're fucking them up. Like, okay, I'm out of ammo. I'm completely out of ammo. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, we're gonna die. No, we're not. Okay, he's marked. What the fuck? Okay, we killed him. Oh, what the fuck? We're nearly dead. We're nearly dead. No! Okay, that's like some sort of boss thing. There's health over there. We've got some armor back. We're going to live. Okay, this is like a boss thing. Elite thing. Uh-oh. Joe Blow, I see you. I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to all the chat. Don't worry, we're going back to DSP. As soon as I finish this fight, I'm uninstalling it. Okay, we've got a sniper rifle. I've got any bullets for this thing. Okay, I can only fire at locked on targets. There we go. The fuck? Anyway, that was Anthem. It did have potential, this game. It did have potential. Like, it definitely had potential, but none of it, almost none of it was realised. I'm not giving this a chance, bro. I gave this game a chance, okay? It looks fun. None of the potential was realised. None of the potential this game had was realised. Like, whatsoever. Okay. We're going for a tube. I'm uninstalling that instantly, by the way. Oh, I see you there. Look, cool world, but just nothing. Look, you're like, alright, we're going to water. And we're like, what's there under the water? Oh, there's nothing. There's a stupid, like, thingy pickup and, like, nothing else. I think you had oxygen as well. I think I had oxygen. Yeah. But, I mean, yeah, potential with zero potential realised. Like, really. Which was a shame, because I say, it looked kind of cool. Oh, check this guy out. Oh, God. Okay. That was fun. Back to Toxic.
Coming to the channel, watching the videos, engaging with the content.
That was fun.
That in turn brings more eyes to the channel, brings ad revenue, brings other things. I don't have those things.
Why, Drake? It sucked,
talk
dude.
about that in a moment, because some people have been
I see
asking
you
about
too.
memberships and the like, and I finally have an
Who else
update
have I
for you
missed?
on that, because the dust
I
has
missed
settled.
someone else.
Let's put it that way, so I can actually give you some answers now.
All gamer,
But
I see
anyway,
you. Assassin,
basically need
Indrid
a
hanging
solid
out.
game in the rotation that people are going to want to see, and the question is, what will that be? And the answer, I don't know yet. We have to think about it over the next, week. We have until next week to figure this out.
Oh, yes, another thing the whole
there
chat's
are
got
a
to
few
figure
games
out.
coming out in the next week, including, I guess, Grounded is already fully out on Xbox, but actually
Grounded?
it's fully released other places, and we could always check that out as a Game Pass game. There's some game called Harold Halibut coming out April 16th that apparently also is a Game Pass game, and I guess it looks like
I am on live chat, don't worry.
Stop motion animation claymation style game that I guess is supposed to be like an investigative mystery. I'm not sure. We got a game called Another Crab's Treasure on April 25th.
Crime
that is
scene
supposed to be
cleaner,
like
interesting.
a FromSoft style game, like a Soul
Dwight
Calibur game,
Race.
but it's with
Right.
crabs.
Dwight Race is here. What the fuck? How are you going to let me lose to a cat, bruv? And then the cat lost to, like, some nobody. Guy with two names? Who's that? No one knows who that is. Bad enough that I slightly lose to Snooty Roo, a fucking cat. And then some guy comes out, nobody knows. Guy with two names? What the fuck? What happened there? And not only that, how did Indrid keep her title, bro? Indrid was getting the fuck kicked out of her, and somehow she managed to pull it out. That girl was twice the size of her. What sort of show you got over there? You do it against who? Guy with two names? Who do I rematch? Guy with two names? I'm fucking better, dude. I had the title for like a month. Snooty had it for 10 seconds. I need the first rematch, dude. Snooty lost his chance. Yeah, I need the first rematch, bro. Juzzy. Bro, I get the first rematch. Fuck that cat. That cat's got to get back in line, dude. He lost the title 10 minutes after he got it. Snooty don't need it. Snooty lost the title 10 minutes after he got it, okay? Fuck Snood. Back of the line. I need to fight guy with two names next. You support Mark. I support me as well. I was there live watching.
So those are kind of the options from what we saw on the schedule, but there's always a possibility. We can go
And fucking
And
Rydrake.
check out Game Pass. We could check
Everyone
out
should beat Rydrake, dude.
PlayStation Plus. We could see what other games have come out.
Meerkat
We could see
did
what I've
beat him.
skipped, and we could possibly go back and play another game in the
But
rotation.
go
for the
with
rest
two
of the month,
names.
you know?
Who is that?
What we also found out is early May has
No one
nothing.
knows who
Like,
that
there's
is.
Nothing going on in May until May 21st, and then there's like ridiculous amounts of games through the end of the month.
Bro,
So,
I wanted my
3
costume.
weeks in
Do you
May.
know how bad I wanted to win so I could have my costume redesign? And it was literally taken from me.
May to kind of continue on with whatever we want, but what are we going to do? We got to figure that out. You know,
Oh,
what
we've
games
got to
go
figure
on
that out.
rotation. Same thing with June. Like the second half of
June.
June is incredibly packed, but the first half of June is empty. So again, we're gonna have to adjust and figure out what people want. The summer is almost completely dead. But I think with the problem with that,
Snood
it's
goes
not
to
really
the back of the
problem.
line,
The thing
dude.
with
I
that
get the
is
first
we haven't
rematch.
hit
Snood get fucked.
the week of say summer Game Pass and stuff like that. Yeah, and I think what'll happen is in May and June you're gonna see a lot of digital events and things talking about games release dates and everything, and it's gonna update, right? So in that case, I think
No
we'll
one
be fine
cares.
once we get to the summer.
No one cares.
Also, there's always a possibility of some special
Insecure,
events
no,
I can
fairness,
hold,
dude.
marathon.
Fairness.
Yeah.
I have nothing to be insecure about an anthropomorphic cat who needed 3 matches against me to best me, okay? He needed to fight me 3 times to beat me and then lost the belt in 10 seconds. 3 matches to beat me and lost the title in 10 seconds. Reigning champion for over a month, okay? Over a month. Over a month. Okay? Over a month. I get the first rematch, bitch.
React events and
I'm
things
not done
like
with this
that
shit.
during the summertime when there's not a lot going on in games.
I'm
Okay?
not done with this.
So, yeah, the schedule is.
How'd
live.
she
You can
get a
see
mod?
it as the feature.
How'd that AI get a mod wrench?
And what we need to start talking about, especially within the next couple of days, is we have to talk about what exactly we're going to do next week
How the fuck that
as a
happened?
game to balance with Elden Ring. Whether that's Helldivers 2, and we alternate Elden Ring and Helldivers 2, that could work. But then the question is, what do we do for night streams? Because I can't play Street Fighter 6 every night. So we got to figure something out. Like what
Yeah,
else
can't
I
play
can
Street
balance
Fighter
that
6 every
with
night. God, no.
and try to go from there. Okay. So we'll see. Let's talk about it. Let's start the discussion now. And then
Yeah, who
so that
gave her
schedule's here,
mods?
posted on the channel. Gameplay. We played about an hour and a half of Helldivers 2. It went pretty good, except the first match.
Lux, how you
was a
doing?
waste of time. I played almost 30 minutes into a match, and I was earning all this experience and rewards, and the match crashed.
Oh
And
no,
so
what a
everyone
shame,
got screwed out of
DSP.
any kind of reward. I'm like, wow, that sucks. Play a game for a half an hour, this lengthy multiplayer co-op.
Andy boy,
and then
tell
you
him I
actually
see you.
lose everything you earned. Yeah, and apparently people are saying in the comments of the video, this is kind of common for the game. This is a common occurrence where half the
How
time
you
you're
doing?
playing, it'll drop your match. And I'm like, people love this game and it drops half the time. That's kind of annoying. Now, I
People
don't know
love
what's
this
going on,
game.
what people are
Yeah, they
saying.
do.
I've only played the game twice, and I've had 1 dropped match in the 3 hours I've played.
I did not
Maybe
see
it's
him
not
begging
as
for
bad as people are
memberships.
saying. I don't know.
Have I played
But
Overlord
it's
1
pretty
and 2? I have
frustrating.
not,
I
sadly.
jumped back in, played about
I know
another
what they are,
45
but I've not
minutes, and
played
That
them.
match, I did get my rewards.
But no, Lux, I did not see that. It doesn't surprise
By the way, I
me.
fought the robots yesterday, so it was kind of interesting exposure because previously I'd fought all the bug aliens, and now we're
The
fighting
bug
robots. It's
aliens?
different for sure. The enemy types are different. So had a good time with that. I was buzzed too when I played it.
I was buzzed too.
played
I was
Street Fighter,
buzzed.
6 for about an hour to an hour and a half.
I was
with
buzzed.
Zangief
How
yesterday,
pathetic. He
and
sounds so
admittedly,
pathetic. I was
pretty rusty
buzzed
with Zangief.
when
I
you
just
had a
remember,
drink. I was
like,
buzzed.
stuff, and it was
Shut
fun
up,
because as I
DSP.
was
I was buzzed when I
okay,
played
for
it.
the night, I remembered,
Shut
like,
up,
the combo
bro.
I was trying to do all day.
Fucking
It was a
embarrassing.
combo. I was like, shit, now I remember it at the end of the stream. I finally remembered this damn combo. That sucks. But I did decent. You know, I won some sets, and there were some tough ones. I fought an Ed, and every time I play Ed, I'm learning. And it seems like Ed is decent, but man, he's good against Zangief because Zangief is so slow that Ed can like lock him down with the web grab move.
Oh,
He can't really do
Snooty
anything
in the
about it.
chat.
He just gets stuck in place. I was like, I'm not surprised.
Snooty in the chat. The other contender. Okay. Where's your belt, Snood? Where's your belt, bruv? How long was you champion for, Snood? How long were you the champion for? Dwight Race is here, Snoody. Dwight Race is here in the chat. Not longer than me, bruv. 10 minutes. I was like 6 weeks. Almighty Gookie, how you doing? Yellow Monkey, how you doing? Come on, Snoods. Look, he's here. He's right there. 0 minutes. Bruv, I had it for like months. What are you talking about? I had it for months. Now, it was a close fight. I'll give you that. It was a close fight. But, you know, it took you 3 goes to beat me. And then your crowning moment, you lost it 10 minutes later. So I don't really think that's any sort of victory, if I'm honest with you. You know, I don't think that's anything to gloat about whatsoever. Oh, my God. Okay, hang on, chat. We need to... Oh, I can't do a prediction because we're not on Twitch. Whatever. Right, hang on. I've found a boss that's left. Tevin, how you doing? Tevin, how you doing? Welcome. I'm just streaming on YouTube today, bro. I totally... Ah! Hang on. Hang on. Oh, golden. Right. I fucked this fight up completely. We need to redo this. Right. I've got this under control. How much do I weigh and how much? I'll get to that. Hang on. Let's try and kill this guy. Okay, hang on. Okay, 3 hits. Look, 1 big hit. That hurt him bad. Uh-oh. Okay, this might get it done. Just wait, yeah? Just wait, yeah? I got him now. Don't jump. 1, 2, 3. He's mine. I didn't play a Terry Davis video. That's not what I did. I was a bit stupid. I'll show you again. All I did was post this on... Oh, I can't even show you the picture. Right, hang on a minute. I'll find it. Don't worry, I'll find it. By the way, Juzzy's here. Right, hang on. I'm going to find you the picture. I'm going to find you the picture. It really weren't that bad. But also, has everyone seen the picture of me as Liquid Snake? Bro, first, check out this picture of me as Liquid Snake. Bro, I don't know who, like, someone got an existing art thing and then edited it, I think. They got a picture like someone else had drawn, I think. No, fuck! Wait. Right, hang on a minute. Just hang on a minute. Bro, you literally couldn't see a thing, Juzzy. This is not... This is actual slander. This is actual slander right there. I've got to do this again. Right, check this picture out. What the fuck is guy with 2 names here? Bro, look at this guy. Snooty dude. Bro, guy with 2 names. What the fuck? Bro, literally stole the belt. Also, check out this picture of me as Liquid Snake. Look how good that is. It's so good. It's so good I set it as my WhatsApp picture. It's so fucking good. I set it as my WhatsApp picture. Bro, Snood, what did I tell you? Obviously, I should be Liquid Snake. That is not what got me banned. Someone asked about bench press. We're going to get to that. That's not what got me banned. This is what got me banned for 3 days. For 3 days, I got banned because I posted this on my Twitch story. It... Yeah, that's it. I mean, I can see why. On the actual on the one I actually put on Twitch, it was wider. Like, you couldn't see that part of my leg. On the one I put on Twitch, it was wider, and you couldn't quite see this part because the weight, and there was no gap. Oh, look, there's a gap in the middle. Look, what? What's in the gap? There was no gap, so you couldn't see anything. Yeah. Right, it's just a nice picture. I thought I looked good. It was just a nice picture. I thought I looked good. Oh, no, really? Oh, really?
Called Another Crab's Treasure on April 25th. That is supposed to be like a FromSoft style game, like a Soulsborne game, but it's with crabs.
Hang on.
I don't know. So those are kind of the options from what we saw on the schedule.
All right, let's get back
there's
to
always
this.
a possibility that we can go and check out
The
Game
gap
Pass,
is what
we can
got
check
me,
out
yeah.
PlayStation Plus. We can see what other games have come out. We can see what I've skipped.
Twitch is a bit
We can
jealous.
possibly go back and play another game.
I added the text afterwards.
for the rest of
The
month,
original
you know.
picture.
What we also found out.
I did not post the original picture. Obviously, you can slightly see my junk in the original picture. Right, someone asked about bench press. How much do you weigh and how much do you bench? I weigh about 210. Between 210 and 215 on steroids. And I can bench, I don't know, not like a max, but I can bench 3 plates for 3. That's quite good. I can do like 110, 115 on the incline. I don't know what that is in pounds. But I'm only like, I don't know, 5 foot.
Out is
9.
early May has nothing. Like, there is nothing going on in May until
I don't know
May
what my max
21st,
is. I
and
don't
then
really
there's,
do
like,
maxes.
ridiculous amounts of games through the end of the
I never do
month.
maxes.
So we have 3 weeks in May to kind of continue on with whatever we want. But what are we going to do? We
What
gotta
of this
figure that
new
out.
streamer?
We're
No,
gonna
my
do a rotation.
my
Same
new
thing with
streamer.
June. Like the second half of June is incredibly
My
packed.
my totally not sock account. My total not sock account, which is racking up points in Tevin's chat. That's not me. That's totally not me. Don't follow that account. Don't follow that account. That's not me. If you see them in the chat, it's nothing to do with me. If you see them anywhere, it's nothing to do with me.
But the first half of June is empty. So again, we're gonna have to adjust and figure out what people want. The summer is almost completely dead. But I think with the problem with that, it's not really a problem. The thing with that is
The summer's
we haven't
dead.
hit
No games in the summer.
the week of, say, summer
Didn't we
Game
do this
Pass and stuff
yesterday?
Like that, yeah. And I think what'll happen is in May and June, you're gonna see a lot.
Didn't
of
we do
people
this
events and
yesterday?
things talking about.
But
games
yeah, that's why I
release
haven't been on
dates,
anyone's
everything
streams
that's gonna
watching
update,
or streaming
so in
for the
that
last
case, I think we'll
couple
be
of days.
fine once we get to the summer.
I did Injured stream the other day.
Also, there's always
That's
a
about it.
possibility of some special events.
That's why I haven't
can
been
hold,
streaming or doing
marathon,
stuff.
React events and things like that.
'Cause I'm in Twitch
during the
jail
summertime
right
when there's not
now.
a lot going on in games. Okay, so
I suppose it was a long time
yeah,
coming,
the
wasn't it?
schedule is live. You can see it as the featured video on this channel. Give it a look. And what we need to start
can
talking
see
about,
it.
especially within the next couple of days, is we have to talk
When is
about
the ban up? I think
what
Tuesday.
exactly we're going to do next week.
I think
As a game
Tuesday.
to balance with Elden Ring. Whether that's Helldivers 2,
Elden Ring.
and we alternate Elden Ring and Helldivers 2, that could work. But then the question is, what do we do for night streams? Because I can't play Street Fighter 6 every night. So we got to figure something out. Like, what else will I be balancing that with? And try to go from there. Okay?
Okay.
So we'll see. Let's talk about it. Let's start the discussion now. And then, so
Yeah,
that
let's start
schedule's
now,
here,
great.
posted on the channel. Gameplay. We played about an hour and a half of Helldivers 2. It went pretty good, except
Now.
the first match was a complete waste of time. I played almost 30 minutes into a match, and I was earning all this experience and rewards, and the match crashed.
Oh, we just had
So
this
everyone
bit.
got screwed out of any kind of reward. I'm like, wow, that
Who
sucks.
cares?
Reacted to about 9 or 10 of my most viewed videos.
I can't
of
believe
all
we're. I mean, I
time
can
on
believe
YouTube.
we're recapping yesterday,
It's a
but
retro react special, and that was really cool.
Take it
because we
easy,
noticed
Neon
a few
Arrakis.
Interesting patterns about the videos. Number one, a lot of them had to do with Marvel videos.
yeah, his featured video is like his
You know,
hour-long
Spider-Man,
them talking about what games are
Batman.
coming out.
Those were very popular.
Literally.
Why? Because, you know, at the time, this was when the Marvel Universe MCU was starting, 10, 15 years ago. So people were very excited for those movies.
Oh, I was so excited.
And to see video games of Marvel or Batman. Remember, Batman was coming out of its Christopher Nolan
Batman.
trilogy arc. Was very exciting for people to experience that stuff. So, you know, I was one of the few people who was covering those games on launch day and doing big.
Oh, yeah, of course, you.
So those videos just hit the algorithm right. But on some other things we noticed is that looking over
The
my
constant
history
throat clearing,
of my
dude.
most viewed videos of all time,
Batman.
not even exaggerating because I wish it was an exaggeration, half of these videos show that I was actually doing innovative things on YouTube that before they were popular.
Oh, this is
I
him
was
saying
starting-
he invented everything
for
on
example,
YouTube,
when
yeah?
I
He's
started
still
on
going
YouTube,
with this.
I didn't do gameplay playthroughs. I did clips. I would do a minute here, 2 minutes here, highlights of a playthrough.
He actually trying to act like he invented clips and shorts.
The TikTok edits or whatever you want to call them.
Look.
But back then, that's actually how I was starting with content. That was my original content for YouTube. And then after doing that for several months, people
He's
actually
trying to
said,
pa-
"You
he's
prefer
trying to
see
pass
the
off
whole
that he,
raw
like,
preview
half did
without
TikTok."
clipping out so much. We actually want to see all the gameplay, and that's when I started
YouTube
doing
is
raw
lit.
previews rather than clips.
Juzzy.
Co-op. One of my most viewed videos of all time is a
The 10, yeah,
Resident Evil
pretend
5 co-op DLC
I was a bit of a naughty boy.
where it was the rise of, or Lost in Nightmares, and it was of a style that absolutely nobody was doing on YouTube at the time. No one was doing two people sitting down couch co-op style.
Bro,
gameplay
why
like
is
that.
Guy with two
And then
names
all of a
still
sudden,
here?
I
Listen,
did it,
Guy with
and
two
then it becomes
names.
popular. Then you
Okay?
have a ton of other YouTubers who come in who have big production.
Guy with
budgets,
two names.
Who have all these
It
fucking
took
editors
Snooty
and
Roo
shit,
3
and they come in
goes
and
to
they do
beat
exactly
me,
what we
yeah?
did, only with better
It
production
took that
quality.
fucking cat 3 goes to beat me. It took that fucking cat 3 goes to fuck me up, yeah? I'm gonna come for you next with your stupid mask and you're turning up with a briefcase and doing some shit I didn't even know existed, okay? I'm coming, son. I want my fucking belt and my costume redesign. I want my fucking belt and costume redesign. And then Snooty can rematch the rightful champion, Marked One. And if he beats me then, well, then we're square. But I'm going to take the belt back off you, you fucking... What is this? No one even knows who that is. That killer, how you doing? No one knows who he is. Where'd he even come from? Just turned up like it's my shit now. What? Go with two names, dude. I'm coming, bro. I'm coming, dude. Bro, that's pink. There's a reason that belt's pink, okay? Just remember, there's a reason that fucking belt is pink. Fucking hell. I'm gonna talk even more shit till I get my rematch, bro. I'm gonna talk even more amounts of shit till I get my rematch, okay? Oh. Funny how it all turned out, isn't it? We thought it was gonna be a thing between me and Snoods, and it was for about 10 seconds. And now it's me and Snood versus Guy with two names. Oh. Bro, look at these demi-humans want to get fucked up. I'm just literally riding around in Elden Ring looking for, like, items. This is my DLC character, so I'm just riding him round, checking for items. This is the character I started when DSP started his second run. It was like, fuck this guy, I'm going to do a run. And the chat told me what build to make. Someone in the chat said Faith and Arcane, so we did it. And my Faith and Arcane guy is my favourite character. He's got dragon skills. He's got katanas with bleed and poison and fire. He's got loads of stuff. I can have a fire katana and a bleed katana. We've got all the dragon shit. Put Snood in a nice shelter. Well, again, all I can say is it better be me that gets the rematch first. That cat's got to wait his turn, bro. Again, it took him 3 times to beat me. It took Snooty 3 goes to beat me, bro. He had to summon all his powers. I'm fucked. Snooty had to summon all his powers to beat me, dude. Nasty Fripples, I see you.
And they get noticed for it, right?
Where the fuck is Dwight Race?
Also,
we need
the
to get
video
this
essay,
organised.
which is all the
I
rage
need to
today
sign
on
the
YouTube,
contract.
People coming out with
I
anywhere
need to
from
get the contract
15-minute
signed.
to hour, 2-hour-long essays about topics. I did that. I did a video essay on what I felt at the time was the worst
3
video game I'd ever
minutes.
played in 2016.
Unbelievable.
And the video got over 1 million views within a week, by the way. It was like a week and it got 1 million views. So, again, all these things that people have done over the years and gotten popular and prominent on YouTube, I was kind of doing before them. It's just that a lot of the stuff I decided not to stick with because either I didn't find it fun, right?
Yeah.
Or for whatever reason, it didn't make sense in the kind of content that I made. For example, with the video essay, I had a channel.
Oh
where I
yeah,
was
he
doing
did
that
video
kind of
essays
constantly,
first, yeah.
and it was successful. That channel.
He
was
did
making
video
lots of money.
essays first
And
before
then
anyone else.
YouTube changed everything. They decided to just start demonetizing YouTube channels, and they decided to get hit with the adpocalypse and lose all their ad revenue. It was like, I can't really make a living doing those essays anymore. Or, you know, I was doing in-depth reviews and all kinds of stuff.
Right.
I couldn't make a living doing it because it just wasn't making money anymore. It was either getting demonetized for literally no good reason because their algorithms don't work, or I was making almost nothing because the ad revenue had shrunk. So I just stopped crashed. Doing it, you know. But anyway, yeah, definitely check it out. So the first video of me reacting to Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions and I believe a Batman Arkham video where I played as the Joker is already live.
Yeah, if it was, why didn't he just keep doing it? It was so popular. He pioneered it, dude.
That one features a.
He pioneered it. Everyone copied him.
That one has like Spider-Man Web of Shadows. It has the Resident Evil co-op and other things. And there's going to be a part 3 tomorrow at noon. Also,
Indrid, can I raid on YouTube? I can,
that's
right?
Going to feature a good variety of stuff, including that video essay I mentioned, as well.
Not that I know anyone who's streaming on YouTube right now that we can raid, but
and other various things. So. Good stuff to check out.
But we're not finishing
If you're
yet.
interested in my history and maybe you haven't
I don't know
been around
fuck
the
all
block
about
and watched
YouTube,
my
dude.
old stuff, it's a good like viewing
About streaming on YouTube.
tasting of the kind of stuff that I used to
All
do.
I've done is the
okay, and that'll be
all I've
again,
done is the
slowly going
what's
live
name
one
streams.
video a day for the next 3 days on DSP Throwback.
the simulcast.
So that was all the content. I mean, tons of content.
The live
Not yet
fish
today.
tank.
I hope you'll check it out.
A few of them
everywhere.
on
I don't know
Twitch
if
too.
any of it will catch on because the thing is, when you make that much content in a day, it's kind of all over the place. You know, if I just played one game, probably it would be more prominent than, oh, he did 1 million
Okay.
games. But I hope you'll give it a look when you get a chance. It's
Maybe
a little bit of
next
something for everybody, okay? Now, what I'd like to do briefly is answer all of your questions, because people have been asking for the last couple of months, well, what is the status of DSP Gaming? You know, you had all these abusable memberships that were gifted to the channel. You know, this YouTube loophole where you could essentially
yes, the
buy
loophole
by using a VPN and buy them for pennies. So you could do like a 50 member bomb for like $2.
member bomb.
Right? And so it was killing this channel. People were coming and gifting memberships. And what ended up happening was everyone who normally would get a legit membership got a gifted one. So now they're like, well, I'm not going to buy one. I already got it. And sadly, I hate to say it, what happens is when people get something for free, now they tend to never want to pay
500
for it.
subs to raid. Nice.
Right? Well, I already got it for free. So why would I pay for it on the back end? The problem with that is
Hang on a minute.
that memberships have been a key part of the success of this channel since I came to YouTube full-time 3 years ago. People, you know, always like the memberships. You get access to all these cool emotes that people are now using in chat. And by the way, enjoy the new ones, because every day it seems like
Enjoy
we're
the
getting
new
new
ones.
now. Thanks to my editing team who come in there and you know, willy-nilly
Joel
check
Tractor, how you
Like, for
doing?
example, recently the red fedora has been a trend, so someone made a red fedora emote, and people are really liking that one. Okay, so there you go. Anyway, so basically, all the people who used to have these memberships stopped paying for them because they were getting them for free, and it hurt this channel greatly at a time when
It hurt this channel greatly
because I was playing so many RPGs and I was losing views and engagement. Then people stopped paying for memberships. So to give you some perspective, okay, I actually looked into this to try to compare. Last year, around this time of the year, all right, and think of it this way. Around this time of the year last year was a very dramatic negative time for me. I had just come off the Side Scrollers interview that essentially was a bait and switch. I thought it was one thing. It ended up being a way for them to basically make fun of me for weeks and make money.
Oh my god, is he still going on about
When
this?
I did that, a lot of people saw me in a very negative light. So actually support on this channel declined for a bit. Okay? And my memberships around this time of year last year were fluctuating between anywhere around, say, 550 members to up to like 700. Now, I've been above that. In fact, at the end of last year, I
Oh
was
my
over
God,
800
bro.
memberships, okay?
Is he
But
for
it
real?
fluctuates. It goes all over the place, all right? But just to give you some perspective, you know, anywhere between like 550 to 700 was around where I was around April, May of last year. Well, finally, the air has cleared here with all these gifted memberships because as of like a few days ago, they all expired. And I looked into it. This channel was down to 300 members. I want you to think about that. So a channel that before all this happened,
What the
before
fuck?
people found a way to abuse the system, used to have between 550 to 700 pay memberships, now has less than half of what it used to have. And I want you to think about that because, you know, memberships cost, what, $4 on YouTube, and I get about $2 to $2.50 a cut for each membership. So just do the math. And that's every month I've
Okay, my
lost
Elden
that
Ring is
revenue
actually
that
fucked up.
legitimately I had, and I should have kept getting and would have kept getting if people didn't maliciously attack my business with this exploit. Okay? So the good news is,
You
as of
actually can't read
yesterday,
the save.
people did support the heck out of this channel for the marathon. And I got about roughly, I think it was around like 70 to 80 legitimate memberships.
It's just stuck
I'm
on
not exactly
checking save
sure. It's
data and
always
won't even
impossible
load
to
the
tell
game.
because with YouTube, they don't separate
And if
them out. Like, they're
I
not gonna
delete the
say,
save
oh, you got
from
this
the
many
cloud, the
memberships of
save it
this
pulls
tier,
from the
but then
cloud is
someone
fucked.
abused it and did the cheap ones
It just
here.
won't
They
load.
don't do that. They just
But-
group them all together. So it's almost impossible to tell. But I'm just guesstimating.
Mm, might be because the game is live. What the fuck? What? What? What the fuck? I got a hard reset the console. I got a hard reset the console.
From what I saw at the end of the stream yesterday,
Hang on.
that probably between 70 80 new memberships came back. So I believe that as of like today or tomorrow, whenever they sink in my revenue, I should be up to like maybe 400 and so almost 500 memberships. Maybe. I'm not sure. I actually don't know yet, but that's what it's looking like. But I'm still way below where I would have been even last year. All right, at this point, at a
Way
low point. This was at a
below.
low point last year during all the drama and the bullshit that was going on, and you know now I'm
I mean, it's
still
not that
below
bad
and it sucks.
because,
you know, is it my fault? The
like,
only thing you could say is yes, the RPG
I could
stuff,
beat the game between.
like Spider-Man Web of Shadows. It has the Resident Evil co-op, but it fluctuates. It goes all over the place. All right. But just to give you some perspective, you know, anywhere between like 550 to 700 was around where I was around April, May of last year.
It was near here.
Well, finally, the air has cleared here.
Oh, bro, this financial segment's so weird. Right, we're going to try this one more time. This is very sus. And again, it doesn't really worry me because I could beat the game before the DLC comes out and build the same character. But it just annoyed me that I'm going to have to. I don't want to, dude. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to do that because my save got fucked up. If not, we're going to have to, refresh the cache. They're both the same. It loaded the game, though. What the fuck? It was doing this with Baldur's Gate, and then my save was disappearing. But that was a Baldur's Gate thing. I was quite far back from where I was as well. The game fucked up because I'm not where I quit out. I had gone way over here. I'm like, I don't know, 10 minutes back from where I was. Whoa, fuck you. And now the thing is, I gotta like quit out and see if it saved it. Let's quit out and see if it saves. Yeah, the characters there, I don't mind. It was just weird. It's only 10 minutes before I had done nothing. I'm at the end. Like it's not a big deal. It's just super weird because their games save. They have that weird like perpetual saving thing. So when this, because you never obviously save yourself at all in any of their games. So when the save fucks up, you're like, oh, what the fuck's going on here? It was Guy with two names. Okay. Feels normal. Alright, back to Toxic.
With all these gifted memberships, because as of like a few days ago, they all expired. And I looked into it. This
Oh, he
channel
looked into it.
was down to 300 members.
So?
I want you to think about that. So a channel that before all this happened, before people found a way to abuse the system,
That's
used to
not
have
that
between
many.
550 to 700 pay memberships now has less than half of what it used to have. And I want you to think about that because, you know, memberships cost what, $4 on YouTube, and I get about $2 to $2.50 a cut for each membership. So just do the math. And that's every month I've lost that revenue.
$600, even though
I've
you're
had,
begging hard. You
and
made
I
that in one
should
day
have kept
yesterday.
getting and would have kept getting. If
Oh, I
people
would have kept getting that. I guarantee.
attack my business with
I
this
would have kept getting
okay?
that.
So the good news is, as of yesterday, people did support the heck out of this channel for the marathon.
Oh, yeah. As of
And I
yesterday,
got
my
about
birthday.
Roughly, I think it was around like 70 to 80 legitimate memberships. I'm not exactly sure. It's always.
Oh, I'm not
impossible to
sure.
tell
I've
because
just checked all
with
this,
YouTube,
but
they
with
don't
memberships,
separate
I'm
them
not
out.
sure.
They're not gonna say,
I'm not
"Oh,
exactly sure. Even though I've just checked it all and I knew exactly how many memberships I've lost and the other stuff, but he's not exactly sure how many we got yesterday. Oh, he was super vague about it. I'm not really sure. Yeah. Yeah, this all sounds so believable, dude.
this many memberships of this tier, but then someone abused it and did the cheap ones here and this. They don't do that. They just group them all together. So it's
Oh,
almost
Lux,
impossible
he never
to
keeps
tell.
the story straight.
But I'm just guesstimating from what I saw at the end of the stream yesterday.
Now we're on YouTube. We're going to
that
attract on
probably
GPM and his
70
dad,
80
Panic Man.
memberships
Oh,
came back.
God.
So I believe
Panic Man.
that as of like
Oh, I hate
today
Panic Man
or
so
tomorrow,
much.
whenever they sink in my revenue, I should be up to like maybe 400.
I hate Panic
so
Man so
almost
much.
500 memberships, maybe. I'm not sure. I actually don't know yet.
I
but that's what
fucking
it's
hate
looking like.
Panic Man, dude.
But
I hope he has a
still
seizure and
way
GPM
below
cries.
where I would have been even last year. All right, at this point, at a low point, because this was at a low point last year during all the drama and the bullshit that was going on. And you know, now I'm still below that, and it sucks. You know,
fuck that
is it my
guy, dude.
fault? The only thing you can
Fuck
say is
that guy.
yes, the RPG stuff, right? I chose to play
Daz
RPGs
Tech.
for 2 straight months and make them the featured, stuff, and that killed a lot of the viewership, and I get that. But now that's over, and now if you haven't noticed, the viewership's coming back every day.
Oh,
now
yeah,
we're doing
viewership's
variety
coming
of
back.
Content. We're playing different games.
Things are on the up and up.
Asked for. It's coming back, and that's a good thing. And thank you. for
Yeah, it's all
someone
coming
returning.
back.
But now I got to try to build the channel back up to where it was, and that's going to be a rough climb, especially when we're looking
Jesus.
at the game schedule and we're like, there's like no big games here at all. There's nothing of any huge stature. There's no huge hyped AAA shit. The one thing is the Elden Ring DLC. Like, that's it. There's nothing else going on this holy fucking year right now. That would be like, wow, a giant, awesome game that everyone's excited for. Nothing. This year has been pretty underwhelming when it's come to game releases. It's just been RPG after RPG, and that doesn't make people excited that much on this channel, quite frankly.
I'm going to go and grab a drink.
You know, it's kind of a very disappointing gaming year so far.
I have to grab a drink.
What's going on, everyone? Some people are saying hello. What's up, Maximum Turbo? What's up, Captain DCW? How you guys doing? So, that's what's going on. You know, right now the channel, sadly, it's coming back with views. It's coming back with engagement.
Yeah, the channel's come back. Don't worry.
Towards that with the birthday marathon, where people were very supportive, but I'm still way behind where I was, and that's why things are tough and rough right now and tight, and it sucks. You know, I don't like that. I don't like not having money. Things were getting much better by the end of the year. Basically when Street Fighter 6 hit last year, it was going really, really good. And, you know, by the end of the year, things were looking up. Like, wow, this next year could be great. Maybe I can finally do some.
Yeah, loads of money.
I can do this and that.
Loads of money.
Immediately in January, the fake memberships hit. And it's like, well, you know, what are you going to do now?
Hold on.
Knew this exploit even existed, or it could be this bad. And what's happened is a lot of people gravitated away from the channel during the RPG stuff. So now I'm doing what you guys want. It would absolutely be great if you could support the channel in some way, notably becoming a member. If you were one previously and you're not anymore, you're not going to get a free gifted membership, all right? When these trolls come in and try to do it now, I ban them. That way they don't hurt the channel anymore. So those days are over.
Yeah, that will help.
It would be great if you could support the channel with a legit membership, or if you're a supporter of this channel and you like
Bro,
the content,
he's begging
like
and he got like $600 in tips alone yesterday.
Play the stuff you guys want. Gifted memberships, legit gifted.
$600 in tips alone yesterday.
Appreciated. Okay, so please consider it. Those would be two great ways. To
600 in tips alone yesterday.
Other ways as well that we talk about every day, but the memberships right now would be amazing, and I really would. It would be very helpful if I could get back to the level that I was at before all this nonsense. Like I said,
so give me another 200 to 300 memberships a month
and climbing. It was going an upward trend, and it was only when this exploit was found and abused that basically this channel got hurt so badly. All right, so please consider helping this channel with a membership if you could. Okay?
He's so shameless, bro.
Cool.
He's so disgusting.
Right. So that's that. That's the update on that because people have been asking. So there you go. Let's talk about the schedule. Do you guys know what's going on? All right, so
the schedule.
Today it's React Day, and what that means is that we do no gameplay today. Instead, today we sit back and relax and watch clips from all over the internet.
Oh God!
Or we hang out and watch retro gameplay through. Okay, so right after this podcast ends, we're all gonna head over to DSP React, and it's gonna be DSP versus the internet.
Dude,
show. Always a good time, good variety of stuff submitted.
We don't watch
usually,
dude around here.
I think it's gonna be a good one that we can hang out and enjoy. So I hope you'll join me over there if you can. Tonight at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time on my late stream over on the DSP Throwback channel.
DSP Throwback.
It's going to be me reacting to The Walking Dead, the Telltale series, Season 1, Episode 1. I know that's like a huge mouthful because at first it was just The Walking Dead game. But then they made multiple seasons. And then there was multiple episodes of each season. And then they made other Walking Dead games, so you have to clarify, oh, it's the Telltale series, so people know that it's the narrative-based game. And it's like, oh my God, now it's such a fucking mouthful. You don't even know, what's what. So, The Walking Dead, when I played it in 2012, was groundbreaking. And what I mean by that is, it was a time when the zombie craze was at its height in 2012-ish. People were so
zombie craze
excited for Walking Dead. They loved the show. They loved everything around it.
Okay.
And it wasn't like today where there's 10 spin-off shows and other shit. It was just, at that time, coming to the height of its popularity on TV. And so, it was really cool.
The Walking Dead.
People wanted to interact.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Walking Dead universe like that. And
Walking Dead is pretty good. I'll give you that.
Some interesting, hard, critical, moral choices regarding a cast of characters trying to survive in this zombie apocalypse. Completely new characters from the TV show. It wasn't anyone who was like, oh, it's the story of Rick and the survivors. It was completely different, and that was cool. It was refreshing and new to see other characters in this setting. And so it was really, really well done. And I remember as I went through that season, it got more tense, and certain characters would die or disappear from it later.
Yeah, they die, and people die in The Walking Dead, yeah.
I remember at the end, one of the most emotional.
Yeah, they do. Well
times I've
done.
ever had in gaming. It was
They do
probably the
die in
first
Walking
time
Dead.
my entire, 4 years there that I was doing gameplay on YouTube. It was the first time that I legit teared up at a video game because it was so
Oh,
emotional.
God.
It really was like super duper emotional for me to finish that game. So, people remember the playthrough as a very meaningful one. And when we were doing the Heavy Rain retro,
Yeah, super meaningful,
people kept
bro.
asking me during the Heavy Rain would I do The Walking Dead, because that's the other narrative-based game that always stands out and people remember. And I was like, well,
Super meaningful.
I would definitely consider it. But I didn't want to do it immediately after because that's like narrative-based game and then another narrative-based game. Well, we tried Bully last week, and honestly, Bully did not work at all.
Who stole his
Bully,
testosterone? God
it ended up
knows.
being kind of played out after like an hour. It got boring. It wasn't as interesting to watch as we thought it would be. And even now, the videos on DSP Throwback didn't even get barely any views. Like, basically, you can tell people watch the first part and we're like, oh, Bully. And then they watch the next part, they're like, oh, Bully. Right? So.
Right. And you're telling us
It is
this
what it is.
why?
We tried it. It didn't work. We're going to try this week with The Walking Dead. So here's the thing. If the stream tonight goes well,
He's telling us
people
this
show
why.
up and engage and support, and it goes really well, then I will keep doing
I do
React
like this
once a week
current
on
thing
Sunday
of
nights.
if people
Alright.
engage and
And we'll
support. I know
probably
he's been
continue
saying
with
that
The
for a
Walking
long
Dead since it
time,
worked.
but this
Or
is
we can
pretty
do a poll,
funny.
and we could always see if people want to do another game. But if The Walking Dead works,
Engage
I
and
feel like we
support.
should go through it. I believe
Like,
there's 5
if
episodes.
he's flat out
in
got
season
pretty
1,
comfortable
so it would
with
take 5
telling
weeks
them
to
if
get
you don't
through,
give me
similar
money
to
for
6
the
weeks
for
to
the
beat
stream or
Heavy
the
Rain.
game,
I think that would
we're
work.
doing something else.
So I'm thinking that's what we can do. But
I like that. That's kind of
engagement
funny.
and support and attendance are all down, and people are bored again, then I think we're just going to give it a break. At this point, it's like 2
Support
straight
and
months of doing
attendance.
Retro React. And I'm thinking we should give it a break and instead get other gameplay and stuff into the late night rotation, and then maybe come back to Retro React every 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah,
as some
retro
more variety.
react.
It's a shame, but what can you do? I don't want to keep doing something that's not working or is not special anymore because we're doing it too often. And I want to make sure that it's the games, not the show. That's the problem. So let's see. Let's see how it goes tonight and go from there. Hopefully people will show up and hang out and support the stream. And if that's the case, let's keep it in the rotation. All right. So there we go. So that's today. Tomorrow, it's the conclusion of Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark has been a surprisingly great game. I have absolutely enjoyed all 9+ hours that I've played of it.
A
I think
surprisingly
the
great
story,
game.
The acting, the atmosphere, the graphics are all superb. Even the music, like all that is great. The one thing that's a little lacking is the combat. Not the puzzles. I think the puzzles have been good too, but the combat. The combat is clunky and a little bit stiff, and in some cases kind of cheat, where enemies kind of spawning right in your face. The good news is the game is great with checkpoints, so it's not like a big deal, but I can understand if someone loves combat in this style of game, you're like, oh, this is nowhere near as good as, say, Resident Evil or something like that. But at the same time, I don't think that's what they were going for. I think that they wanted the combat to not feel so good because you don't want to be in combat. You understand? Like, the whole point of survival horror is you're solving this mystery, you're in this weird atmosphere, and you
Okay.
want to feel ultra tense. And I'll be honest, like, when I was on
David, how you doing?
the riverboat
Why am I not
section,
streaming on
and there were all
Twitch?
these little monsters coming after me, and here I am.
Because
limited
of
ammo, almost no
that.
health,
No, it's
and
not there
a bunch
anymore.
of melee weapons, and I'm trying to swing to survive, swing for the
Um,
fences. It was very tense.
no
actually.
reason.
It worked as a survival horror setting. It was actually quite tense and
No
scary and
reason.
suspenseful. It's not as refined as a ginormous AAA big budget game because it's not a AAA big budget game, right? But I like it so far. I've really enjoyed it. I mean, the locations in this game were outstanding. They're a good variety of places you go.
The
and stuff.
variety of
And
places you
now
can
we'll be
go.
in the finale tomorrow. Apparently, the game's
Of
roughly
course.
10 to 15 hours long, depending on how long you take. It looks like I'm probably going to finish it up around the 12-hour mark, roughly. So tomorrow we'll finish the game and see how it all ends. I'm excited to see how the end of the story is. So I hope you'll join me for that tomorrow on the day stream. There will be no late stream on Monday night. I have to film my private Patreon videos for the month. The good news is this is the one batch of them for the month, and after this, I'm done with that, and I can be here for double stream every day moving forward for the rest of the month. It's not like last month where literally week after week after week I had to keep missing streams. It's all set for this time, okay?
Thanks, DSP.
Cool.
Cool.
Now, Tuesday, I come back full force with a full day of streaming, and Tuesday, it's going to be Helldivers 2, Did I say it was going to be Helldivers 2? We could do either order, because here's the thing. The 2-day streams coming up will either be Helldivers 2 or Elden Ring. I can play either game. It doesn't really matter which I play as the day stream. Either one works. So whatever order you guys want, if you want Helldivers first and then Elden Ring, or if you want Elden Ring first and then Helldivers, we could do either one on Tuesday, okay? Tuesday night, I'm going to do some more Street Fighter 6. Probably this time, I'll probably go back to Honda and Dhalsim, perhaps. That way I'll have gone through all 5 of the characters that I can play in the game over the course of this week, which would be a great return to get a little bit of combat of each one, all right? So let me know what you want over the course of today and tomorrow, and that'll help determine what order I play this stuff on Tuesday, okay?
Right,
Wednesday,
I guess, DSP.
I'm going to play whatever game I didn't play during the day on Tuesday on Wednesday, and then Wednesday night, it looks like I'm going to begin, finally, my co-op playthrough with my wife, Kat, of Beyond Two Souls. We'll be here for about 2 hours, starting the game up on my PS5. It's
On
actually
my
a
PS5, thanks for telling us
it runs
that.
on PS5 and apparently runs pretty well. She's going to be making the decision. She'll be controlling the narrative.
Thanks for making
I'll
that
be
clear.
here to help commentate, to run the stream, to perhaps make some decisions when it comes to the spiritual person in the game who is like
Spiritual.
attached to the main character. But it's going to be fun. Number one, I haven't seen this.
Hey,
game
it's
since
G
it came out.
Starwind.
It came out in 2012.
I see
So
you.
it's been, 12 years since I saw the playthrough. Or is it? It was either 2012 or 2013. It's been 11 or 12 years. It's been a long
We're just
ass
hanging out
time,
for a bit.
and I've never watched a playthrough of this before. So I've only done my own playthrough that long ago. I'm sure there's tons of the game I'm not going to remember. Okay, she's never played it. She's never seen it. This will be her first exposure to the game ever, and she loves these Quantic Dream style games. So she's excited to play this one. So we will start that co-op playthrough on Wednesday night. I hope that you guys, if you can make it, will come.
I'll be
join
there
us.
for that.
It should be a fun.
Show up,
thing.
engage, and
It's probably
support.
something we'll do maybe once a week moving forward. It really depends on timing, and right now her work schedule is
Dalton, how you doing?
all over the place. So we're kind of uncertain what's going to happen with her work schedule. But basically, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and I'll let you know. All right. But we're starting Wednesday night, and that's the streaming week. So I am here all the way through Wednesday. Thursday will
What
be
did
our
I
day
do
off
to
for
piss
this week.
Twitch off? I posted.
Now, when
All
we
I
turn
did
on
was
Friday,
post a picture
Basically, like I said,
on
what
my
we can
Twitch
do
story.
for day streams is we can alternate,
and Twitch
between
didn't like it,
Elden Ring and
so I got
Helldivers
suspended
2.
for 3 days.
And then night streams can be Street Fighter, but we kind of are going to need something else for the night streams, right? So
I
that's
didn't
kinda
think
where
it was
we're
that
a
bad
little
of a picture. I mean, it
uncertain.
kind
What
of was
should
like,
be alternated
kind of,
here
but
with
not
Street Fighter for
really.
night streams, and that's what we got to look into. Do we want to go to Game Pass? Do we want to look at PS Plus? Are there games that I skipped that you guys would be interested in seeing me play?
it was
I totally remember
this
that
picture.
during this time period of 2 to 2.5 months
Not
of
that
major
bad.
RPGs nonstop, people kept bringing up suggested games. Why don't you play this game? Will you play this game? This game? And I was like, guys, I can't play any games. I can't. I have to be focusing on the games we're playing to finish them. I finished them, but now that I finished them, I can't remember.
But, we are
what
where
the
we
other
are.
games were. All right. So that's what I mean. Like, I'm gonna need your help
I'm going to need
over
your
the
help.
course of this
Great.
week to remember some of these games and alternate that with like fighting games and stuff at night. Okay. So please let me know. I need your input. I'm sure people will be coming by now and suggesting stuff, and that'll be great. Please, whatever you can suggest is greatly
From
appreciated.
with that, I mean, it's not
okay?
that bad, is it? I mean, it's kind of
Cool.
silly, but
All right. So
kind of silly of me, but
that's the gaming schedule for now.
not that
I hope
bad.
that covers it. So that covers the marathon yesterday. That covers how the channel's doing right now with memberships, and that covers the gaming schedule and everything. So
The gaming
we got
schedule.
tons of stuff covered. I hope that sounded good.
I might stream again on
And,
YouTube tomorrow.
All right. So here's the thing. Like I said, today I don't have a lot, and that's okay. Like yesterday was a very exhausting day with how long the marathon went. Let me tell you, I love doing the marathons.
Let me tell
But
you.
when I'm here from 10:30 in the morning in this
Oh,
office,
it's
all
so
the way
exhausting.
until
A long
basically
day.
like 10 at night. Like that's how long I was in this office yesterday. Like
Yeah,
12
such a
straight
long
hours.
day.
I am
Look at
beat.
him laying back
You
like
know,
it was
I
a
really-
hard
I'm happy
day's
that we're
work.
reacting today. If we were doing tense gameplay and stuff today, it would probably be way draining on me. So I'm glad we're not. I'm glad that today's
Yeah,
laid
so
back,
such
relaxing
hard
day.
work, bro.
So we just
Such
go right to
really
shout outs,
hard
or if
work.
you guys want to do some suggestion box, I'm down for that. But we can't do too much of it. Let's see here.
Trying to get like rare outfits now.
As you can see, I am beat. Like I'm.
Yeah,
I'm
sitting in
very
a chair, it's so
exhausted.
exhausting, bro. He
From
works
yesterday.
hard, long day.
I'm gonna hit the refresh.
He's a blue collar guy or whatever it is. He literally said about. He literally described one of his like work days or things that he did and said that's a hard day's work. He said that's an honest day's work for an honest day's
I
pay.
gotta try to find.
That's what he said about his streams.
Stopped. I
An
don't
honest
remember.
day's work for an honest day's pay. I did indeed see that they had Tevin on. That being said, I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know when the last time he was on a podcast or something like that. Must have been fucking ages ago. Like Sons of
Okay,
Kojima, maybe, or
so-
one of them like things. Fucking years ago. But yeah, that was pretty cool.
We did this one. We definitely did. I'm trying to find where we had left off.
Yes, it was cool. What's he doing? Yeah, he has so much in common with them. What's he just constantly side-eyeing?
All right, I'm just gonna say this: if you're gonna do suggestions in the suggestion box, do suggestions one at a time. Too many people now. It's just like 17 paragraphs. If I start this, I won't even get through it.
Wow.
Seriously, like if I start this guy's suggest, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 paragraphs.
Give me suggestions, but only one.
It's a suggestion box. It's not an essay box. It's
Wow.
not write me a fucking book report box.
Imagine.
It's just leave a little suggestion of improvement. This is like a laundry list of things. I'm not
Wow.
going to get through this. Like, this is actually a waste of time because if I start, like I said, I mean, we're already at 11:56.
Wow, dude.
You know, I would probably take like 20 minutes to do suggestion box. I can't even get through this guy's post in 20 minutes. All right? So please, if you're going to do suggestion box, try to fucking do something that's concise.
Wow.
Or organized
Wow.
and separated into...
What a scumbag.
You know what? I'm just going to ignore everyone that posted up 17 things in one post. Because, again, you missed the point of the suggestion box.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
you
think
missed the
understand
point of
what
it.
is. It's not the bitch box where you literally list 5,000 things in a row. You have to. I'm not even kidding. There's 2 posts in a row like this from 2 completely different people. It's like
Okay,
1, 2, 3,
just
4, 5, 6,
delete
7, 8, 9,
them.
11, 12. It's like I would have to spend the entire podcast.
So
on
many
these
of
posts.
these are written by detractors
I'm not
and just
gonna do that.
people like
Instead,
laughing at him as well.
post
You know that,
concise
right?
things. Take the one big
A
suggestion
bunch
you
of
think can
these.
improve things and post it up as a post, and I can go through them and it's digestible. There's my suggestion for you. All right. How about this
Hilarious.
one? Here's one that's a nice quick one. You ready? Try to learn to use OBS a bit better. It's annoying when you struggle to change scenes and you want to do close-ups or when you're changing to gameplay. If you set up scenes for each of those instead of moving sources around the canvas, it's better and faster in the long term. It's a good idea to clean up sources in OBS so you can find things faster. Well, I think what you're talking about is, for example, if I wanted to do this and I said, oh, shit, I wanted to do a close-up and I clicked the wrong one, so then I click on this, right? In truth, if I used this more, I would totally remember. The thing is,
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
use it
yeah,
as
sure
much,
you would.
And so, because I don't use it as much, I forget and I click the wrong thing. I was like, all right,
Yeah,
close
sure
up.
you
Oh,
would.
shit, right? So, admittedly, there you got a point when it comes to me doing those kind of changes.
But begrudgingly.
However, what you don't understand is, for example, let's say I'm over here, all right, and I say, okay, it's time to set up gameplay. And so I go over here to the scene. I'm like, okay, let's do this. And I go over here. All right, well, wait, I got to get this out. So I get over here. Oh, no. Well, now the webcam, right, is the wrong resolution. So now
Because
we got
you
to resize
have this bullshit
the webcam
thing about your
to the
webcam
4:3
resolution.
aspect ratio, and then we got to fit it to the border.
It's just
What you're saying is,
nonsense.
have this all set up ahead of time. I can't. This webcam is
nonsense.
limited. This is not what you think. This is not some like high-end device.
Buy a
It's
better
that
webcam then, you
only
can
be
afford it.
broadcast in one resolution at a time. You can't even set it up to be multiple
Buy a
resolutions.
better
on both
webcam then,
windows.
when
It
you can
doesn't
afford
work.
it, we know you
When
can.
you change the webcam in one window, it changes it in all webcam or all windows at once. So really, what you see moving around is me trying to figure out where does the webcam go every game, because every game's different, right? Every game has a completely different heads-up display. And because of that, I have to move the webcam here or here or here, resize it on the fly, etc., dependent on that heads-up display.
Listen
once
to
I've
this,
played
dude.
the game once or twice, right? Then usually it's easy to figure out. What you're suggesting is have a different scene set up
Yeah.
for each game. Yes, I
Yeah.
could do that. That is absolutely correct.
Yeah,
That's
you
something that
could.
I just never done. I could have, okay, this is my Street Fighter screen, right? This is my
Not for every game.
Elden Ring screen. This is my podcast screen, and they're
You can
all set up
rotate
separate,
them.
right? This podcast screen is separate, and this is its own thing. The only thing I do is I change this for the Level 1 podcast or for Ask
Oh,
the
yeah,
King,
of
or
course you
excuse me,
do, yeah.
the Daily Wrap. I'll change the border. Outside of that, this screen is pretty much set up one way for everything. The problem really is the webcam. It's limited, and I wish that I didn't have to do it that way. I would have loved to have it pre-set up so that I could just go between scenes and immediately just go right into the gameplay, but I can't because this webcam needs to be manually adjusted. There's no way to do what you're suggesting. Now, if
Right.
other people have figured out ways to do it, it's likely because they don't
There's
have
no
the
way to
webcam.
do what
Have a
you're
better device
suggesting.
That actually
There's
can
no
change
way-
resolutions when you go to different scenes in OBS. This one doesn't do that. It just stays locked at that same resolution. So, fair enough when it comes to learning better OBS. For me, it's literally 'cause I
There's
just don't
no
use it as
way
much.
to do what
I'm
you're
not-
suggesting.
how often these days do I say no? Right? I don't use this as much. I used to use this a lot more. I'm not using it as much anymore. But when I was using it a lot, I actually was doing
There's
it
no
more
way
often.
to do what
Yeah.
you're suggesting.
But that's a valid suggestion, and I appreciate it.
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
Maybe
Sure you
one day
do.
when I get a new PC and I'm completely setting up from scratch, I'll start setting up tons of these extra screens, like for each style of game. Like definitely for Street Fighter, I could have it set up so that, you know, the border is a certain size and is
Yeah.
already there established, and all I got to do is move the webcam.
Yeah.
That would probably be a big help, because every time I do Street Fighter now, I got to resize.
Is
the
this
border,
news
resize
to
the
him?
webcam, do it all. So fair enough. Excuse me.
Oh my god.
For the Level 1 podcast, get some background music, not the pre-stream music, to help on dead air segments like getting up to close the window or turn off the fan or go to the bathroom, Q&A, looking for questions in chat.
Yeah.
If you remember, what I'm doing now is I have the
Oh.
pause feature. And again, these are suggestions from a month ago. In the last month, I've implemented this new pause feature where I can do this.
That's not
By
helping
way,
the
so it
live
goes on
stream, though,
I
is it?
Pause the video to implement.
That doesn't help
show
the live
people
stream
when I pause
experience,
my
though,
pause.
does it
Ready?
now?
Okay, I'm going to unpause and scare people.
Yeah, who's buying the new PC? That's it.
And then I can do this. See? It's a pause feature where I can pause recording and resume. So now, if something really annoying is going on, I got to get up. Like, let's say I got to blow my nose, or, you know, I got to close the window because the landscapers are coming by. I could pause the video. Now, admittedly,
Hi, Drago Baron, how you doing?
goes live on stream. It's going to be a momentary pause.
Calls
but
it the
what's point of
Champions
playing
time.
Music for like 10, 15 seconds just to come right back. I think that's a little silly.
What, to have
but for
slight background
extended
music
things,
on?
Yes. And by the way, also, someone made the suggestion, why don't you have like a overlay that'll say like, oh, on a quick break or whatever. Like, for
Yeah.
example, you know, today I'm going to finish. Well, today's a bad example because today's the React show, right?
What you
But
mean
let's say
like
on a
this?
normal day, I finish the podcast and I say, okay,
Why don't
I'm
you
gonna
have
go on a
something
quick
like
break to use
this?
the bathroom. When we come back, we'll start with the game.
Why don't you
So I
have
can
something
put an
like
overlay
this?
That just says on break, right? So I'm gonna do that. I have it too. I just haven't put it into the stuff yet.
I just haven't put it in.
That way
Been
I'll
streaming
know
all this
it's on
time.
break. So you guys will know that I'm away for a minute and then I'm coming right back. Okay? Cool.
Bro.
Make Q&A be a part of the podcast less often. or have your
DSP
staff.
DSP just bigged up having a BRB screen. DSP just bigged up having a BRB screen. This is what DSP was bigging up. Literally. Literally. And my one's fucked at the minute because all the browser sources are linked to Twitch, and the Twitch account doesn't exist right now. So all my browser sources are dead until they reinstate. But he's big enough. Oh yeah, I have it. I just haven't put it in yet. He's like, I have it. I just haven't put it in yet. Oh, what the fuck? Look at this.
Collect questions ahead of time to avoid dead air killing. I don't have staff. It doesn't exist. I have a couple editors who do things like make thumbnails or make emotes or are upscaling a ton of old videos for my channel. I don't have staff. You should get that idea out of your head right now. Anything like that what you're suggesting has to be done by me. I don't have time to screen a ton of Q&A questions early. That's literally what the suggestion box is. Okay? Now you're saying make Q&A shorter. Well, Q&A works because we do it at the end of the show, and we get questions
Yeah.
out of the way. So that
Brian
way,
SG,
you
how you
don't have
doing?
questions when I start with gameplay or reacting or whatever it is. If you tell me to just cut it out or make it shorter, all those questions are undoubtedly going to hit me when I start with the content after.
The gameplay.
So instead of reiterating what everyone says, actually justify what you're saying. Explain to me why it would be better to have everyone asking me those questions when I start playing the game or when I start reacting rather than during the podcast. Because my intention is that that's the point of the podcast, to get everything out of the way.
Yeah, you're not allowed to talk about anything else during gameplay. That's fucked in the head, DSP,
Right.
as you like to say.
Rebrand your channel if the podcast is the main focus of your channel. The podcast is not the main focus of my channel.
You just said you want it to be more and more. You want to move away from the gaming. You've said it so many times.
Awards because they're overplayed by now.
You've said it so many times.
I'll agree with you. You know, when we started with tip rewards many years ago, it was a joke. Like, it was, oh, raise a certain amount and I'll put on the vest. And the vest was a meme. And the meme persisted for months and months. And then after the meme ran out, I was like, I still have it. It's just not a big deal. But then people were like, can you have other things? Can you do, you know, other tiers? People wanted to see other silly things like the gunner glasses or a hat. And we've added all these things now.
The gunner glasses.
That you can do. But you're right. They've been around for a few years and they're not exciting anymore. I agree there. So what would you like? Because here's
What would you like?
The tip rewards. Great. To what?
What would you like?
That's like going into, again, I know I do food analogies a lot. You go into Subway and you say, man,
What
I really
would
just
you
don't
like?
your sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Get rid of it. And then they say, okay, well, what should we serve instead? Like, I don't know. So your suggestion's a waste of time. If you want me to change something, that's fine. But
Okay.
change it to what? What's the replacement that you think would work? That's the input I need. Not just change something, but change it to what? So you gave me half the suggestion. Come back and give me the other half of the suggestion, and then we'll consider it seriously. But that's a half suggestion.
Wow.
Do 3 shorter streams a day. 1 for the podcast, 1 for a game, and 1 for game 2. That's literally what I do. Basically, I start this stream and we do the whole podcast segment. I take a break. That's considered the end of the first stream. Then I come back and we do a whole gameplay segment. Then we take an extended break so I can have dinner and spend some time with my wife or maybe do some chores.
Spend some time with my
Come
wife.
back for a night stream. Like, that's exactly what I do. I don't know about the suggestion box, man. Some of these suggestions are like, do 3 segments. I do 3 streams, 3 segments. That's exactly what I do.
Shitting on everyone, dude.
Reduce your webcam space on screen.
Shitting on
You
everyone.
only need to show your face for reactions. The Pac-Man ghost or blame it on the lag lamps are distracting and mess with your bitrate for nothing. That's the absolute first time that I've heard that one. Most people have told me they like the setup. They like the background.
That freaked him out.
What do you guys... I'm curious, with those of you who are in the chat, what do you think about that one?
Here we go.
You guys
That's
think
freaked him out.
that we're in a situation where...
His setup is awful. Just, you know, stupid.
Right? Does anyone think that? I don't know.
That's freaked him out. Look, actually freaking him out. It's actually freaking him out.
Okay, someone actually already banned that guy? Okay. Obviously, guys, I wasn't looking at chat because I'm doing suggestion box.
I'm doing suggestion box. Yeah, sure you are.
I haven't heard anyone complain about the camera besides this person.
Oh,
Seriously,
here we go.
like, I haven't heard anyone complain besides this one person.
This person?
It's like, huh?
Yeah, this freaks him out, bad.
So, I don't know. Unless
know.
more people complain about that
Oh,
one.
I don't know.
It's going to be changing. And also, make the camera smaller. Does anyone think the camera is way too big?
I don't know.
Get a new microphone. Here's the thing. We've already fixed this. Because, again, these suggestions are a month old. They're like, get a new mic. Your audio's too low and blah, blah, blah. Everything's fine now, right?
No, it's
in the last
not.
month, we made audio improvements. So the volume's louder. We have
He
filters
still has
on the
that
mic.
buzz, right?
Top guard's different. Since we made all these changes, I think the
I mean, I
audio's
can't
better
really
on the
complain
mic,
because I've got
correct?
mad noise
So
gate
that
because
one
mine's in
was
my
legit.
front room and
agree
I
with
like,
you
you know,
that there was
I
problems
make
with the
noise
mic,
and
I
shit.
think they've all
Mine's
been
fucked.
fixed.
My audio's fucked.
Okay.
Because I don't wear headphones and I'm not like in a space where I can control as much
So
of the
here's someone
environment
saying
as I
lots
would
of your
like.
fans want there to be a top super chatter leaderboard.
And I ain't
You
about to
said this
start
is
wearing
not possible
headphones because of where I sit with the PC. So
How about this? Super chats are made
And
with
I'm
US
vain.
dollars, euros, and British pounds are eligible for the leaderboard. Euros and pounds are more valuable than a dollar.
CTO
For
pharmacy.
those who know it's slightly more than the amount would be in dollars, so you don't have to convert a less valued currency amount
Yeah,
to USD.
years, dude.
This might be unfair to those who don't live in countries of those currencies, but I'm sure the majority would like to change. Even then, if you were to say get a 10 euro super chat, treat it the same as a $10 super chat. Sure, it might be unfair to Europeans, but at least it would allow you to easily put a top super chatter in the leaderboard. I could. If people really wanted that, we could do that.
Oh, we
And
could.
The thing is, that's going to give less people opportunity, right, to really get highlighted. Because if you remember, the way that I do
Oh, here we go,
this
dude.
leaderboard is, yes,
Can't
we do
change
top
the
tipper,
money thing.
but we do last super chatter, which basically means when people super chat, they're always going to get highlighted on the leaderboard unless there's like 10 super chats in succession, boom, 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 right? So, yeah, like the way I see it, I like this because it basically think of it this way. Most people who tip, all right, are usually coming in here to do some pretty significant contributions. We
Oh,
get some
yeah?
pretty big tips. I would
Significant.
definitely say we get way more big tips than we get super chats.
Significant, dude.
Okay, not to say that I'm not appreciative or that we don't get super chats that are big. We do sometimes. It's just not as often. Usually people
What?
who come in to do super
Why?
chats are just tossing $1, $2, right? Maybe $5, and that's great. And again, no problem there. But the biggest contributions are usually coming in as tips, right? So doing a top tips leaderboard makes sense. When literally the vast majority of super chats I'm getting in a day are $1, $2, $1.50, right? Maybe $5. Does it really make sense to have a top super chat leaderboard? Well, what ended up
Yeah.
happening is if one person does a sizable super chat,
Yeah,
they're
too
on there
much
all
work.
day,
Can't do
and
this.
nobody
It's
else
too
will
much
get
work.
that recognition. Right now, tons
This
of
is
people
too
get
much
recognition
work.
because of the way I set it up. But listen, I could change it. if
Too much
people were
work.
interested.
Can't do
I don't-
this.
Again, you're right. The currency conversion has always been the thing holding me back. It's annoying that YouTube doesn't do that, and therefore I can't really
Can't do this. Too much work.
tell the difference. Like right now, I couldn't tell you if a euro, a pound, or a dollar is more valuable. I guess you say that both the euro and the pound is more valuable than the dollar. But how do you discern between? I don't know. I just have to lie
I
or
don't
guess.
know.
And there's going to be mistakes made then, if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. There'll be situations where I think one thing's more and it's not, and then people will probably complain, right? So
Can't do that.
it's really on you guys. Let me know if people
Not
think
gonna
that's
do
a
that.
good suggestion. Hey, start doing top super chat instead of last super chat. That's something that I'd be willing to try. I don't know how well it's going to work, but let me know. Okay. Let's see here. Why not go back to games you like and do challenge runs? For example,
Dalton, I see
complete a game
you.
using only X weapon.
I
Find
saw
flawless
that.
and fun achievements. Maybe do good bad decisions on a playthrough like Paragon or Renegade in Mass Effect or shorter games. I think others can tell you if you're enjoying a game or not. It does a lot to your performance
Well, I need
as
to
a
get a
content
smoke 'cause
creator.
I can't go to
That's
bed
why I
too
think
late. I've
going
got
back
like
to
half
games
an
you
hour,
love and
maybe a
like,
bit more.
spicing up the playthroughs with hurdles. Challenges and
Let me get
different
one more
approaches
smoke.
creates unique, fun, and memorable experiences.
Yeah, I saw that,
You
Dalton.
could use tip goals to incentivize viewers to unlock these playthroughs. But what do you guys think? I guess the question is,
How much more of this
what
we
kind
got?
of games, right, would you guys
I guess I could watch a
think
bit of the
would
react
work for
before I go
that
to bed.
for me? I'm honestly not sure. You know, I think the reason why you never see me do
Oh
that
my god,
is because
loads
I'm a
of
variety
drivel.
creator.
Holy fuck.
If I were someone who only played fighting games,
All right.
who only played FromSoft
Let
games,
me go get a
who only
smoke.
played Call of Duty, then it'd be like, okay, well, you need to add these X factors in there because, man, does it get boring when you're just playing one style of game over and over and it's the same thing in a loop, right? So, okay, I know for a fact there's people who play FromSoft games like crazy, and they're in their second, third, fourth run of the game. So now it's the naked run. Now it's the fist run. Now it's this certain sword run. Use craftable items run. Like someone had just said yesterday during the birthday marathon that there's some guy. I know who he is. He's, I think, Lobos Jr. I think he's a FromSoft player, right? Like he plays all the Dark Souls games. And they're like, he's already in his second run of Dragon's Dogma 2 playing it completely differently. And I'm like, see, that's what he does. But that's because that's the kind of game he plays. He plays that style. So he has to do those variables to keep content rolling because without that, he's dead in the water. There's nothing else to do. With me, I always have games to play because I'm a variety creator. I can play a jillion different games. I've never really heard anyone say, hey, go back and do another run of this game with this variable. And I've suggested that, actually, over the years. Remember, I said we could do, like, challenge runs of classic Super Mario where I have to beat a stage in a certain amount of time or, you know, only use a certain kind of weapon. We were doing that in Call of Duty. Do an all-knife match. Do an all-handgun match. Or how many kills can I get in the match, right? We were doing these things with bounties and other things over the years. and they were fun. So if you guys have ideas of stuff like that, I'd be open to it for sure. Let me know. I would like, again, I like the suggestion, but I need more specific examples. You gave me a generalized suggestion. I like the generalized suggestion. For example, right now, in the next week, we're going to have to find something else to do to put into the rotation as like a night stream. Maybe we could do some challenge run night streams in games. But what would you guys like to see me do? What would the challenge runs be? Right? I need feedback on that. Okay? Cool. It's already 12:14. I feel like we should get to shout-outs now. I feel like if we don't get to shout-outs now, we're going to end up going way late. So I think we'll do that. And by the way, pretty funny. I started doing suggestion box, and we lost over 50 viewers. No, we didn't. Wait a minute. Oh. That was weird. It said that we did, and then it went right back. Okay, never mind. I don't know what happened there. My leaderboard said we were down to 300 viewers, then it went back up to 350 instantly. I was like, how do we lose 50 viewers? I don't know. Anyway, let's do some shout-outs. So we start off today with a $1 tip. Wait a minute. What am I doing that for? I have to do the YouTube side of stuff first. My bad. Sorry, guys. YouTube side of stuff first. Then we'll get the tips. So Africa did a $5 super chat. Thank you for that. Hawkey became a member this morning. Thank you, Hawkey, for the membership. BB Phil did a €5 super chat and said, I've already rewatched yesterday's feast twice. The meat looked succulent. Well, there you go. Deliciously succulent. Thank you, BB Phil, for the super chat. That not only is the latest super chat, it's also the biggest super chat of the day. So it's both the last and top super chat. And Token, 3 months as a member, and said, let's support the channel. Heart emoji. Thank you very much, Token. Okay. Now we can get to tips. And we start off today with a $1 tip. From someone who wants to be unbanned. I can see if I can do this fast. If I can figure this out quick. Hold on a second. See if I can do this very fast since he gave me his information. I'm trying to do this here. We're going to try to do a new record. I will say this, that YouTube has dramatically improved stuff in the last few months. So now I no longer need your channel URL to find you on YouTube. All I need is your tag. You know how it's at and then a name. If you give me that, I can now search and find your channel almost instantly. And it didn't used to be like that. And now they've fixed it so it works. So if you just give me, you don't need it for an unban. You could just do at and your name on your channel, and I can unban you. So this person hit me $1, said happy belated birthday because they weren't here yesterday, and was wondering if they could be unbanned. They said they got banned like a year ago, and I just unbanned them. That doesn't mean that they're not just going to get banned again, right? But we'll see. So you're unbanned, person who tipped me $1 overnight. You're unbanned. We'll go back to the channel. Please behave. I received a $50 tip from Lisa Lou. It says, let's keep your birthday weekend going. Well, thank you so much, Lisa Lou. An incredibly generous $50 tip here on the podcast. Much appreciated. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. I would like to say to those who came by the podcast yesterday and hung out and supported, thank you so much. Many people were there, were like regulars, and that was very nice. You know, some people just came by who I haven't seen in a while and said, hello, happy birthday, and dropped a contribution. I was like, wow, thank you so very much for that. And Lisa Lou, you weren't there yesterday, but you're here today, so thank you so much. Cool. So now guess what? It's Gunner Glasses time already. Excellent. I agree. It was a very good time. All day. It was a nice, relaxed atmosphere. It was very fun, right? No pressure. Everyone seemed to enjoy certain segments. So it was good. I like that. I like that we just had a more laid-back stream. I like those kind of streams. What I don't like is I have also dust on my cloth, because yesterday I wiped down my monitor here, or my laptop screen. I got tons of dust all over this cloth, and I just wiped it all over my glasses like an idiot. Okay. Oh. Still more. Anyway, we have to continue on here. Oh my god. I need to wash my cleaning cloths. You can wash these things, right? Because I think at this point now I've used them for like many, many months. And they're basically kind of dirty. Then you can wash them and then, obviously it'll be better cleaning these glasses. Finally. Okay, now I can see. Okay. I received a $2 tip from Baba Bowie. Happy belated birthday. Curious, would you ever bring back segments like Feasting with the King, Exercising with the King, DSP Tries It, etc.? First of all, there never was an Exercising with the King. I don't even know what that means. We never did that before. I don't even know where you heard that. Feasting with the King, we did one yesterday. It was called Feasting with Phil, and it was me eating Korean food. So, yes, that will come back periodically during certain events. Like, for example, yesterday, my wife did not cook. Instead, we ordered, and then Feasting with Phil returned. DSP Tries It will only come back for special occasions if I have a really good idea. Like that Mr. Beast candy bar was a good one to do. Anything else that pops up like that over time, maybe I would do, but it's not going to be something that I consistently do or anything like that. Thank you for the $2 tip. I received another $2 tip. Again from Baba Bowie. He says, could you do a boxing with the King where you train to fight another YouTuber?
Baba Bowie?
I'm not a complete
I can't even start with that.
moron who doesn't have content to put on the internet that anyone enjoys, and I have to do a publicity
Moron.
to get people to watch me. I actually have content people like. That's legitimate, positive content. I don't need to pretend to punch someone in the face in order to get any kind of popularity.
Okay.
So, thanks for the $2 tip. Okay.
GPM. How the tables have turned, young GPM.
Alrighty, hold on one second.
You sent a reaction redeem for Xbox. No. There's no reaction redeems. Get out. Get out. All channel points are off. Everything's off. Everything's off. No one gets nothing.
It's being a pain. Okay.
Whilst we're in Twitch prison, no one gets nothing.
$20 tip from 1 Minute Man. He says,
Yeah, but you know what it's like, GPM. I know what Twitch is like.
With a salami.
It was still silly of me.
Play Baldur's Gate 3.
It was worth it, though. It was worth it, though. I look good.
There you go. I think I'm going to pass on that one. I think that's a challenge run that maybe.
Can you get a high five?
People who.
Indrid, are you talking to me?
Like handling salami or something. I don't know. Not me. All right, but thank you very much, 1 Minute Man, for the $20.
Can you get a high five?
I appreciate that. Okay.
There you go.
Cool. Yes, exactly. Maximum Turbo says RPG Overload is over on this channel. It is.
There you go.
We're done with RPG Overload. All right. So, I've gotten through all the shout-outs. If you guys have some questions or things you'd like to discuss.
Oh, yes. Questions.
Let me know. And we'll do a little bit of Q&A before we end the show. Derek says, thanks for a fun
Oh,
birthday
great.
bash.
Derek's
I had
here.
a lot of fun. I fell asleep near the end. Derek, I will say this. I'm sorry we didn't check out your questionnaire. I
No,
know
he's
you put
not.
time and effort into it. The thing is, people
No, he's
told me
not.
apparently that site is known to be troll abusing.
No, he's not.
Like, if we put the link up, trolls could have gone and I guess abused
Poor
the
Derek
troll
the
and just
paedophile
screwed
got
it.
slowly
I don't even
pushed
know
to
what
the
it was. I
side.
guess they could have, like,
Derek
texted him or
marginalized,
something.
dude.
So as soon as people said, oh, it's opportunity for trolls to get involved, I said, I'm not even going to waste time. I'm not even going to try
Derek
it
marginalized
because, like I said,
immediately.
I want to avoid giving my trolls any kind of opportunity to mess with anything.
Oh, yeah.
right? The
I want
less
my trolls.
opportunity they have to be involved with my stuff, the better. And so, it makes more sense. Wow, that is way off. It makes more
Absolutely
sense
talking bullshit right now.
to say, hey, if the trolls are going to
Talking bullshit to placate
any kind
Derek.
of involvement, skip it.
The little
And that's what I did.
paedophile scumbag.
So I apologize for that. I didn't really understand. I thought what it was going to be was just like a fun questionnaire for us to go through
Some found footage,
about my
yeah.
past or whatever, and we would do it live together.
Oops.
But then when I found out there was an interactive
Oops.
part of it where people were going to be going and doing it, and Derek says, "Oh, I could have removed the trolls, dude. Do you understand that 99% of the responses would have been troll
Here we go.
responses, right? It would have been the whole thing. It would have just been people flooding it with gross
Yeah.
stuff. You don't want
No talking
trust
back
me.
to the king.
I have been there,
You don't
done
talk
that
back
with
to
this
the
kind of
king.
stuff, right? I've played Jackbox Party Pack and this shit. You don't want to have any involvement in it. You trust me. It's the last thing you want to do.
Don't talk back to the king, bro. He knows the best.
Yes, Skiznal, these are Gunner glasses. They are blue light blocking glasses. for people who sit in front of computer screens, televisions, etc. for extended periods of time.
Oh my god.
Personally, what I actually find that they're good at is they block air
Block.
from drying my eyes out. When I wear these glasses,
What?
my eyes don't burn as much, right?
What?
So there you go. Oh, I see. Maximum Turbo says, the quizzes are multiple choice, not short answer, but people could easily just make really bad troll names. So there you go. 99% of people answering the poll
What?
would have been, you know, insanely disgusting, insulting shit. There's no point.
Yeah,
There's no
get
point.
fucked,
Same
Derek.
reason why we don't give these idiots opportunity to
Yeah,
stream
Derek,
with,
get
like,
fucked.
my streams with
Yeah, Derek,
gameplay,
ha
stuff
ha,
like that.
get
We just-
fucked.
You don't give them the opportunity.
No,
and
we
then they
don't,
get the
Derek.
Attention, because all they're looking for is attention. So, yeah, sorry we didn't do it, but it is what it is. I received a $5 tip
We don't give him the opportunity.
from Jackson. You said in the past games that have DLC don't do well. Why do you think Elden Ring DLC is in high demand? For
'Cause Elden Ring.
Because they're exceptions. Definitely FromSoft games have always been the exception, because people absolutely love to see me play hyper difficult games and struggle and die, but then persevere and win.
Oh yeah.
It's always
See
been
how he had
hard,
to add that.
every single time.
See how he had
We've
to
been a
add that
DLC.
for his own self-esteem. He said, people like to watch me struggle and die, knowing that that's all they like to watch him do. And then he had to add on, and yet then persevere and win. Like they care if he beats it or not. They like it when he doesn't beat it. They wind him up about it. Oh, and then persevere and win. Yeah, he's such a child, dude. He's such a child. It's great.
FromSoft, people
And
want
then
to see me play it,
persevere
I play
and
it,
win.
It goes pretty good. So that is literally why. I mean, there's other games, it's not the case. Most games, it's not the case. FromSoft is like the one exception, because people just like seeing that style of gameplay from
Okay.
me. I love that style of gameplay now. Originally, I didn't. And then I grew to love it. Now I play even extra games like Lies of P and stuff. They're super duper fun to play that style now. So there you go. It is the exception to the rule. Admittedly, other games, you know, when the DLCs come out, they just
Other
don't do
games.
that well. I mean, you know, I'm just trying to think like recently what DLCs I played that, you know, like Miles Morales did just okay. Didn't
Yeah,
do
looking
really
off
good.
into the distance
Spider-Man
right now.
playthrough. I guess to another extent, another exception there would actually be fighting games. Like for example,
I'm well
playing
looking
a new
forward to that
character in
Stellar
fighting
Blade.
game. People are fascinated to see what's the new character, what are their abilities. You know,
I'm
what
well
can they
looking
pull
forward to
off.
that game, dude.
Not to say that it lasts, because usually for a fighting game, it's like, you know, a few sessions and then, okay, whatever, we see the character, right? But definitely there's some interest there too, I would say. Yeah, remember Cracker Jacks, I had suggested that. He says it would be cool to do challenges with retro games, do a poll for which games to play. I had said that what I wanted to do last year, a retro game stream challenge, where it was going to be me challenging myself to some of the hardest retro games, like try to beat Ninja Gaiden, play Mega Man, but do like time constraints and things to try to beat Mega Man games that are the older,
Mega Man.
harder ones, stuff like that.
No one wants
No one
that.
wanted it. Yeah, people were just against it. What it is I hate to say it, I'm an aficionado of retro games. I like that era, like NES.
People don't like
Super NES.
retro games.
Sadly, this audience on this channel does not. Right? I think a lot of these people.
It's
who watch
the
my stuff
audience's
to this
fault
day
again.
Are to them, the nostalgic days are like the days of PS1, PS2. You know, when for me, I was already a young adult and I was playing Street Fighter competitively, and I really wasn't caring about that stuff anymore. So I just feel like there is kind of a disconnect, between me and my audience in that regard. That my retro stuff doesn't align with theirs, and I have to do stuff people want. You know, it's not just me doing things just for me. It's for an audience, right? Or else I could just do those things for myself offline. What's the point? What's the point of broadcasting them if people aren't interested in them, right? Okay. That sounds good, Derek. He said next year he'll just do those questions, put them into a slideshow, and we can watch it that way. That would be fun.
Oh, wow.
If there was
Next
no interactive
year.
part, then that would actually be fine.
Next
That would be
year. Yeah, and DSP's just like, yeah, great,
I
thanks,
received a
Derek.
$1 tip from Baba Bowie. Thanks for answering my questions. Why do you call it Feasting with Phil instead of Feasting with the King? Because that whole King moniker we got rid of. Now remember, I think it's funny. I think calling me the King of Gaming or the King of Retro. or the
Side
King of
scrollers
whatever is
mentioned.
funny. But remember that at one time I was also known as the King of Hate.
Side
and that was
scrollers
a moniker
mentioned.
That was supposed to mean that I own all the hate that's thrown against me, and I use that.
Oh yeah, we know what it means.
Says, you're not good enough. You're a piece of crap. You're a bad person.
We know what
I
it
use that to
means.
motivate myself.
Oh,
to
DSP,
do
please.
better and actually persevere over my
You're
haters.
fucking
right?
cringe, dude.
But sadly, what my haters did is they made a whole campaign saying, "Oh, he's the king of hate because he's a sexist, he's a racist, he's a bigot, he's
Oh
this
my
and
God,
that."
dude.
They literally compiled an entire amalgamation of like bad clips of me from like 10, 15 years ago.
You
back
mean
during
like
the days
clips
when I
of
did
you
Brisket
saying all those
commentary,
like weird
and they
racist
sent
sus
it out
things?
across the internet to all the
that what you
companies that I was
mean?
doing business with, and basically
That's
got
what
me
you
banned
mean,
from
right?
all of them. This is why I lost my partnership with Twitch. This is why I lost my Teespring store.
I think that's
This
what
is
he
why
means.
some of the services that do pop-ups didn't want to process my PayPal tips anymore, all because of this nonsense. Okay, so I have 100% just stopped using that whole king or king of hate moniker stuff because people just lie about what it means and spread misinformation. And sadly, a lot of people are just gullible idiots and believe it rather than actually looking into the research for 5 seconds and saying, "Oh, that's not what it is. You're full of crap." They'd rather just believe it because they're stupid, right? So it is what it is. You know, there's no reason to do feasting with the king when I'm not really calling myself the king anymore. You know, it's still a joke. I still think it's funny.
Oh, it's still
You know,
funny
I
to
never
him,
really
yeah.
was the king of anything, obviously.
Still
but
funny.
I definitely think that it's better to get
Yeah,
rid
he's
of it.
not
It's been
doing it
about
because
a
he
year,
thinks
year
it
and a
was
half
wrong
now,
or
and
he's
I'm
taking
using it anymore.
responsibility.
You know, my website doesn't exist. I don't have no, and I no longer have the kingofhate.com website doesn't exist anymore. You know, all that association has been
Okay,
disconnected
thanks.
and discontinued. Doesn't exist anymore.
Thanks, DSP. Thanks for
There you
that,
go.
I guess.
BB Phil says, can you briefly explain how to submit a video to the React channel? I got a membership,
Oh,
but didn't find a
God.
submission thread. You have to be a submissions tier member.
Ah,
There's many different
here we
levels of
go.
membership on
Money
the channel.
talk.
The
Here we
standard
go.
level doesn't
Straight
get to submit
away.
videos. Why?
Straight
Because,
into the
again,
money talk.
People have been abusing YouTube's membership system to buy memberships for like less than a penny. So what ended up happening was that channel had like thousands of members. How could I possibly do a show where thousands of people can submit clips? It would never work. So you have to be a submissions tier member on that channel to see the thread. Chances are, if you got a gifted membership, which it sounds like you did, you don't have access. It has to be a submissions tier member, which is one step up from the standard.
You don't have access.
Stealthy Kubo says, how about the Ninja Gaiden
Oh,
collection on
dude.
PS4? 3 games from the 2010
He's
era of Team
fantastic, isn't he?
Ninja. I played one of them, I believe. I wanna
Chances
say
are
whatever,
you don't
the
have
last
access.
Ninja Gaiden game was. In that, I played it. And I did a full playthrough of it. And honestly, I didn't even find it that tough. Like, I thought that it was decently challenging, but it wasn't, like, over-the-top difficult like a lot of people had said the games were. I think I played Ninja Gaiden Black at one point.
Black.
For, like, a retro marathon or something.
why can't he just
And that
talk
one was
normally?
tough. Like, I got to a boss, and the boss was just ridiculously difficult.
Why can't he talk like a normal human?
I mean, it's always a possibility if people were interested in something like that.
Ninja
but,
Gaiden
no one really has
Black.
asked for anything like that. We'll see.
Bro, the fuck is there a crab doing here? I don't remember ever fighting this.
Okay. What's my favorite Assassin's Creed game? Either the entire trilogy of 2, but notably I think Brotherhood was my favorite in that trilogy, or Black Flag. My least liked one for a long time was 3.
Black.
I hated Connor. But perhaps now it would probably be like either Unity or something like that. I don't know. Oh, also I really like Odyssey. I thought out of
Unity's
the last
great.
3 that they made, well, I guess now it would be 4.
Unity's
Out of
great.
The last 3, I really liked Odyssey. I thought Odyssey was really well done.
I almost want to go and play Unity now. Reinstall and play again. Unity's great. Played it recently. Played it and beat it recently. Unity's still great. Best free running. Yeah, Unity's sick, dude.
Okay. Anything else, guys? Any other questions? Well, I guess we're winding down here for the podcast, which is perfectly fine, unless anyone else has anything else to talk about. Remember, what'll happen is after the show ends, you'll see, if you're on the stream, you'll see a pop-up that says, "Hey, we're heading over to DSP Reacts." So just click on that; it'll send you over to the channel.
Yeah,
queue you
Dying
up
Light's
for the
good.
React show.
Dying Light
And
2
I'll
was
take a
alright. First
brief
one was
break
better.
To use
I like
the
Dying
restroom
Light.
that's set up for that show, and then we'll start with the reacting over there.
React.
Jade Van Zill, I'm glad you like the backgrounds, right? I think they're simple, but they match, the theme of the channel. They're nice to look
Oh,
at.
yeah, they match
I
the
like
vibe.
the colors that I can use now and everything. It's been a good year to year and a half. And by the way, it's been about a year since I fixed the coloring of the camera too. So I really do like the backgrounds. Oh, let's see here. I got a... Hold on.
Money? More money.
Kirk took the $1. He says, you are a king. Don't discount yourself. You're the king of video game commentary. Puts a crown on his head. All right. Thank you, Kirk, for the $1 tip. He said something nice and not offensive. Thank you, Kirk.
You are a king. Oh, no.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Ooh.
dude. Oh.
No, I haven't had the website for a while. See, a lot of people didn't realize this. They're like, oh, your website doesn't exist anymore? No, I got rid of it. There's no reason to have that site. That site sat around for 2-3 years unused. I used it like once a year. Now, anything that I do, I implement polls on, the community threads of my YouTube channels. I have no reason whatsoever to have a website anymore. And I was paying money every month to keep that site for years unused. It was really stupid. And I just wanted to be safe. I wanted to be sure that I didn't need it anymore. And ultimately, I don't. It has no use anymore, so I got rid of it. Derek, how long you've been a member on DSP Reacts doesn't mean that you can post messages. No, I don't know what you mean.
Shut up, Derek.
On the DSP Reacts channel. Remember, we had to do this a couple months
ago.
Shut
up, scumbag.
Trolling with the fake memberships and ruining the channel. You have to be a submissions tier member to post videos.
Shut up, Derek.
And that's not giftable. So if you only get gifted memberships, you cannot post videos on the channel. This prevents the trolls.
Shut up, Derek. Sit down.
Suggestions who didn't earn them because they didn't get a membership.
Sit down, you freak.
Social
Sit
media
down, you
dedicated
nasty
websites
little
as Nico. Pretty
scumbag.
much, right? Everyone has either a Reddit thread or they've got community posts on various sites or whatever. I got a Twitter account. I got a
Reddit thread.
You don't really need a dedicated website anymore. There was a time when having my own website was a godsend. If you remember, many years ago, I used to do, before the trolling and shit, people actually liked me, I would actually run entire events based off my website, where it would be like, you got to post up in a thread, and we're going to organize a multiplayer event. They figure out, where you are in the world and what platform you play on, and then we could do different time zone segments. And the big thing that I got out of my website was the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway. Who remembers that? That ran for many years. I want to say like 5+ years. Every year during the fall gaming season, when all the games are coming out at once, between like September to December, literally once a week, I would give away some stuff. Sometimes it would be a game. Sometimes it would be some merch. Sometimes it would be like the collector's edition content of a game that I didn't really care to keep because I was buying all the collector's editions when I was doing my release day unboxing series.
Yeah, he doesn't know what Discord is.
Hell, I
gave
away a PlayStation 4 console.
He never had that.
At the launch of the console. I gave one away within the first month the console had released to a fan. So, it was fun. And what happens is since people had to post on my site to get into those, it controlled the contest, right? Anywhere else, it was like, people could game the system or whatever. But on my site, I controlled it all. So, I mean, no exaggeration. I always would get hundreds, sometimes thousands of people posting up to try to win that stuff. And then I would just do a random number generator. Boop, 422. And I would go to post number 422. That was the winner. I would contact them, get their information, and send off whatever the giveaway was for that month to them. And man, let me tell you, it was not cheap because back then, we're talking over a decade ago, I had a huge fan base of people all over the world. Half the time I was shipping stuff to Florida. Florida. Why did I say Florida? I have no idea.
I don't know. Why did you say that?
I was shipping stuff to Europe,
Mailman's
Asia,
here.
Other places, and the shipping cost was ridiculous. It was like, $50 to ship a game. The game's not worth $50. I'm paying $50 to ship this across the globe. But you know what? Back then, I was pretty much rolling in dough. I'm not gonna lie. I was making tons of money on YouTube.
I was rolling in dough.
It was just a nice thing to do for fans. That was a huge thing that was the website was absolutely used
He was rolling in dough back then, dude.
for very regularly. Outside of that, I mean, I'll be honest, the website was always kind of a focus of trolls. Once the trolling started with "This is how you don't play," basically the trolls would just go to the site and constantly post up toxic shit, and I just didn't have the time to moderate it. So then I had a moderator team, and then, you know, that became too much of a chore. I never really used the site that much. It was usually like, for Ask the King, we would do, and we don't do Ask the King anymore, but for Ask the King, that's where a lot of the questions for Ask the King would be posted. Okay? And or the giveaways at the end of the year, sometimes for like special events, marathons, holiday events, right? People would, nominate the games you want me to play on the forums or whatever, but there's just no point to it now. What did I drip on my shirt? Where do you see drip?
Paranoid.
What do you mean logo? This is the Izod logo. It's an Izod shirt, but outside of that,
My eyes on shirt.
there's no drip mark on my shirt that I see. Yeah, Darziak says forums are just a relic nowadays. It's all about Discord. If you remember, well, a major use of my site.
Here we go.
was
Straight back to the site.
when
Ignores
I wanted to
Discord.
live stream, but I didn't want to live stream on Twitch. I used the main page of my website to have an
we go.
embedded live stream. So I would actually be streaming, and the stream would show up on my site's main channel page, and then I would have a new chat that was an MIRC client built into the
No one
page,
cares.
so you could chat with my video there. There was
No one wants to do
It
that.
wasn't like you could watch an archive with the chat there. The chat was separate.
No one
from
cares
the
about this
video,
DSP.
but it
It's
was a
not
way for people
relevant.
to chat during my streams. I did that for like 4 years. I was streaming on a YouTube stream.
No one
But
cares.
it was an embedded chat on the web page. And then I eventually went back to Twitch when you guys asked me to. You said that there was many improvements to Twitch. I should have been back. But yeah, that's really what the use of my site was. It was a way that you could watch my content and have that embedded chat live, and I could moderate the chat myself. You know, it was a good time. But man, it just showed that, like, because I wasn't willing to adapt to the things that people wanted, like using Twitch regularly and stuff, that I was behind the times, and a lot of people were upset that sadly, you know, I was doing this weird thing with a built-in chat, and I wasn't on the popular sites people wanted to see me on.
No, because you're just stubborn, and you always have been and will be.
Was I hungover this morning? No. Yesterday I only had 2 drinks over the course of the day. No, I wasn't hungover this morning. Yeah, Darziak says, one thing I missed from that site, the page showed all your YouTube playthroughs in a list. Too bad YouTube changed it. YouTube used to have, what are they called? Their RSS feeds, I think they're called. So they used to send these feeds out that you could program into your own site. So therefore, essentially, your
They're
site
RSS feeds, I think they're
be,
called.
Like your own
Right.
personalized
You're
YouTube
gonna try and
page.
do a trick jump
And so
here.
I had someone
I'm
back
sure
then, it
you
was my
can do this.
webmaster back then.
I
They were
completely
basically
know if it's
taking those
possible, but
RSS
I'm gonna try.
feeds and they were turning
Oh,
them
God.
into a way to organize my content. So, for example, all my latest playthroughs and playlists would show up on the main channel page or the main page of my website. You would always know what my latest videos were, what my latest playthroughs were, with the playlist right there. And yes, there
Look,
was a
there's a
search
sign. I
function
bet you
built
can
in
do it.
where you could search for a playthrough on that page, and it
I
would
bet you
find
can
all
do
of my
this.
playthroughs. And then one day, and that worked for years. That was like
Look.
2-3 years that worked. And all of a sudden, YouTube just says one day, we're turning
Oh!
off the bye-bye. No replacement, no explanation. They just didn't feel like having them anymore. Just turn them off. And overnight, everything changed. Couldn't do it anymore. So the whole main
I bet you
page of
can
my
do that.
site went defunct. And I was like,
I bet
wow,
you
that's
can
nice.
do that.
Again, it's just another thing that YouTube does that they don't ask, they don't care. They just change
Yeah.
something that completely destroys the
Unsuccessful.
business, and you just deal with the repercussions. Kind of like when they change the algorithm, and the algorithm makes it so now your channel can't be found anymore. No one watches your videos. When the day before you were super popular, making tons of
Adapt
money.
then, bitch.
Huh? What the fuck? Remember that channel Zombie Go Boom? So
Remember
made all
that channel
zombie-related
Zombie
content, which I
Go
love.
Boom?
and then YouTube decided to demonetize the whole
Who?
channel, saying that it was too gory and adult oriented. They were a popular
Who?
channel that had tons of views. They employed employees, and overnight their entire channel was demonetized. So they sued YouTube, and some dumb fuck judge threw it out of court saying, "Oh, well,
Some dumb
YouTube can do
fuck
whatever it wants 'cause you
judge.
signed their terms of service." The judge is an idiot. That's not true. By law, you have to abide by certain laws.
Yeah, the
and things.
judge is an idiot, and it's
YouTube
not
is
true.
incorporated in California, and California has certain protections. and actually the judge was wrong, but didn't want to read up on the law and just didn't feel like hearing the case. He threw it
Some
out.
dumb fuck judge.
So anyway, but that's what I mean. YouTube does this shit all the time. They'll just make a big sweeping change to stuff that completely affects you in a negative way, and you just gotta find a way to adjust or die. You know, and it's
Adjust
happened
or
so many
die.
times over my course on YouTube where, here's something
Literally
super
adjust
useful to me
or
in my
die.
business. Oh, it's gone. Oh, look, I used to be very popular on YouTube. This video used to get thousands of views a month because of the algorithm. Oh, it's been removed from the algorithm and now gets 0 views a month.
Yeah.
It just happens over and over and over, and you gotta keep adapting to survive. It's really hard on YouTube to have one strategy because then they change the game on you right in the middle, and you're like, well, I guess you gotta change it all again.
They changed the game on you. Is that dumb fuck
I got
judge
a $1
again?
tip. Would you stream on TikTok or Elon Musk's X? No, I don't see the point. I don't think that would benefit
Why not?
the business. I don't think it's going to get me any more exposure to stream on those sites.
What if you
It's definitely
needed
not
to?
my audience either. You know what I mean? Like, if me streaming on X, what would that do?
There's no harm in
People will
him.
be able
There's
to
no
talk,
harm in him,
monetizable,
like,
a million questions.
simulcasting on Kick as
Okay.
well, Mailman.
I think it is definitely time to
There's
end the
literally
show.
no
It's a good
harm in
show,
him
and
doing
we'll keep
that.
talking, but we do have to get to the React show today. So thank you all for chilling with
To
me.
be
I hope
honest,
you enjoyed.
He should, like, the trouble is,
I'm sure
God.
tomorrow we'll be talking about how the React show went. I'm very curious.
He's so
to see-
stubborn, and he's like, oh my God, fuck this guy. Hang on. But he's so stubborn that he won't simulcast on Twitch either and start to build an audience back there and apply for affiliate and just say to his chat, yeah, fuck Twitch, I don't care. If people want to sub over there or they're going to watch or they're going to this and that. But he won't do that because he's like shat on Twitch so much. But if he was smart, he'd simulcast there or Kick. You know, he's big enough. He's got enough dent heads. It's nothing but hate watchers. Yeah, probably.
Well, there's like a million questions, right?
Where's the rest? Isn't Raw Phil live doing it now? What? What? Did he not do that one?
I have an idea.
Who let the interns?
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, it's the guy in the picture who's white and looks very uncomfortable. What's that, Paradowski? You think my cover is racist?
Don't know any up-to-date dance moves that are popular these days, or have any desire to learn. So you revert
Oh, these
back
look
to
pretty
what you
bad.
know. The Running Man, the Humpty Dance.
These look pretty bad, these things they've given him to
Makes
watch.
it pretty obvious that you grew up in the 90s, and your kids are embarrassed to be
These
seen
look
with
pretty
you.
bad.
So by the time you reach your 40s, you really do not care. What really matters is that you're having fun.
Hey,
and
look.
being
Oh my
true to
God, there's
yourself.
some Street
Number
Fighter
4,
shit.
In general, you're
Is that
just more
bait? Let's
comfortable
see
being
that.
yourself. When you were younger, you spent so much of your
They've
energy
given him a
caring
Maximilian
so much about what
video.
other people thought about you. You gave other people power by allowing them to dictate your life.
It's true.
But now in your 40s, you're
They've
a lot
given
more
more
comfortable being yourself.
unicycling.
You feel a lot more comfortable in your skin.
Look at this. Why would you want a unicycle there? Look at this. Oh, look at that. Spins around and was able to still maintain balance. It's crazy. Super tricks.
Wow, the Flatland's super cool.
I was just gonna say that you could probably go to a normal skate park and use it just like a unicycle park.
Bro,
too.
bro.
It might be a little more tricky, but you
The balance required to do that shit on a unicycle is insane. Oh, it's on a separate channel. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Ah, okay.
probably still do the same stuff, right? Wow, was that, like a 4 or 5 spin? That's crazy amount of spins.
They're grinding them as well? Have they actually got pegs on them?
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, how many was that? That was like 6.
DSP, that's... Oh, shut up, dude.
Insanity.
He's using the pedal.
But again, the only thing
Bro,
is,
they're
this
pedal
must hurt.
grinding them. No way.
Wouldn't this not hurt your crotch?
Bro, these guys are insane. I gotta be honest. I'm very impressed with that.
Like you're constantly landing on that pad.
Of course, that's what DSP thinks. Of course, that's his contribution. Wouldn't this hurt your crotch?
Crotch.
Crotch.
Hurt like hell. Not even like your balls, but just hitting.
Well, you can see they're barely even sitting on the seat of the unicycle for half of these DSP. If you were actually paying attention to what was happening.
Your bones and shit down there over.
Yeah, well done.
Unless you just get so used to it, you build up a resistance to the
Oh! Oh!
Feels like you crush
Bro, he
yourself
just
in the crotch
like...
over and over. To the pain or something. No, man.
He like flipped the whole
Unless you
thing
get so
and landed
used to
on it.
You build
Look.
up a resistance to the pain or something. I don't know.
Bro, he flipped the whole thing over. That was well impressive. That was well impressive.
Unless you just get so used
This trick is super impressive.
to it, you build up a resistance to the pain or something. I don't know, but feels like you crush yourself in the crotch over and over. Ow, ow, ow.
I'm telling you, that's
at
super impressive shit.
Wow. The balance, the precision. That's cool. It's cool to watch, but man, again, I would never be doing crazy shit like this.
Yeah, we know you wouldn't, you
zero
fucking
desire to be
moron.
one of these crazy thrill seekers. Do you see what they're doing?
They're actually
gliding
grinding them
down
on the
rail
pedal.
on the pedals.
Yeah, we
That's
know
neat.
DSP, and he flipped the wheel.
Using the pedal to give them the slide down those.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Look at that. You can land on the side of it and still maintain
Yeah, it's
the
flatland
balance.
DSP.
So they spin it and they land on the
It's
side.
flatland. People do that on BMX, skateboard, rollerblade, potentially.
Whoa, that was a cool one. He pedaled in midair. That one was pretty neat.
Bro, he flipped it 360 and around his leg.
Backwards.
That's super impressive. Meth Bear, how you doing?
Whoa, wow. Precision jumps.
That's impressive,
again,
dude.
those are interesting because you never really see shit like that, right? It's just something completely out there that I wouldn't even be exposed to. And it's entertaining watching it. Now, hold on, because I muted. Oh, I muted the... I muted because it was having music
You
in
don't
it.
pronounce it right either. I can give you that.
What was neat to watch?
Meth Bear.
The next
It's
one,
that
to
guy.
warn everyone, is Street Fighter 6 stuff.
Fucking the
Regarding
AI's
the best
cranky
Senki player in
voice.
the world, Snake Eyes, who I've played, and he completely whooped me. He was amazing to play
I'll
against.
be having you.
I guess, you know, how he played well
Right, where's
at a
this-
tournament. Was it Capcom Cup? Here it is.
I'll focus
Shuffle.
squarely on you, AI Cold.
This was, wow, another fighting game thing.
Isn't he one of your
So this
savages
one is,
anyway?
Maximilian a few
Isn't
months
that
ago.
Meth
I think it was
Bear a
2 months ago,
suspicious
1 month ago,
individual?
2 months ago. He made a video, and the video is basically...
You what?
What is happening to MK1? Why is MK1's player base running away?
Oh, it's
Now,
a
here's the
Mortal
thing. I'm gonna
Kombat
fast forward
video.
the
This
intro
isn't going to be
because
as good as I
it's an elaborate
thought.
thing.
Because
Here's
he's just going to be kissing his ass and agreeing with what he's saying.
the deal with MK. It's always the same cycle with Mortal Kombat. Okay?
See?
The game comes out.
He's
it's
just going to be
white-hot
kissing
popular. Everyone talks about it,
Maximilian's
everyone wants
ass
it.
the whole
Everyone
time.
runs out and buys it. In fact, these Mortal Kombat regularly
Suspiciously
outsells
good at
both
eating
Street Fighter
pussy.
and Tekken 8.
I would challenge you to
But
a
that's
contest.
because it's popular for various reasons. Like
I would
the
put
gore,
my life savings
right?
on it.
After a month or two passes, and everyone who has bought it
I'd bet
played
my
it and played
life
through the story
savings
and
on a
messed around
contest
online,
like that.
the entire player base falls off and the
I
game
haven't got that
dies
many, but
almost
still,
entirely.
I'd
This
bet
is
them
why, if you look at tournament series, usually Mortal Kombat will be around for like a year or two tops, and then it's like it's dead. Nobody cares about Mortal Kombat after the first year.
But we're not getting
Traditionally,
into that.
sadly, Mortal Kombat is not really balanced. Okay, it's just not meant to be the more serious
Jaggers knows what's
fighting
up.
game. Now,
I don't know where he
NetherRealm
is.
has
I don't know why I
tried
thought
in
about
previous
that.
iterations like that last one, not MK1, but what was it, MK11? They did try to make it more tournament serious and have longevity. It
This is
still didn't
YouTube. We
work.
can talk
Even
about
with all
anything.
the
That's a good
gameplay
point.
mechanic tweaks they did and everything.
That's
People
a good
just kind of
point.
give up on it after a few months. There is a community for it, but it's way smaller.
What can I say on
than
YouTube,
the
on
other
YouTube
competitive
that I
community.
can't
So it's
say on
funny.
Twitch?
Even though Mortal Kombat gets initial sales
What
that are
can
much
I
higher
say on
than
YouTube
other games,
that I
the
can't
sales
say on
completely
Twitch?
drop off and no one plays it or buys it after a few months, while these other games do have longevity.
What
So many
sus
people buying
words
them
can we
seasonally
say?
getting seasonal update passes,
No!
playing in tournaments, sponsorships, partnerships, and things around the game.
No,
So,
dude.
even though you might say,
No,
well, it's one of the big
dude.
sales hit, you're right, but it's a flash in the pan success that
Bro,
always goes
why is
away
there like a
right
6'8"
away.
black guy in
Okay.
the chat asking me to say
So
the
I'm
N
curious what
word?
Max is going to say, because my take is this is literally what happens with every single Mortal Kombat.
stop
It never
with that
changes. It's an endless
illegal
cycle of Mortal Kombat. It's hype for a
minorities.
month, 2 months,
Oh.
and then people realize it's not a very good game, and then they stop playing it competitively, and only casuals are left, and then that
No.
dies out.
I
and
know
it's
you
dead.
can say
You'll
like
get a little bit
you
of
can
hype
say
when a DLC character
retard
comes out, and then
on
that's it, it'll get
YouTube,
dropped.
like,
Okay?
and not
So,
have to quickly
let's see,
say it,
ready?
or
Let's see
be
what he has to
careful
say.
and
I'm
only say it
curious.
like not a lot. You can say retard quite openly. They hate that on
I
Twitch.
noticed pretty fast as well.
There's probably a
And I
few
also noticed this
others.
back in MK11, much less
Oh.
also in
I can
Justice
say
2.
fag
Obviously,
and
NRS
not
games
mean
have
a
huge
packet of
casual
fags
audience.
because I'm
The
from the
shelf life
UK.
of, like what's enjoyable to watch in the game will last like a little while. Super made the same observation I did, and he really likes the game like I do. I actually really enjoy this game.
DSP's
To
chat
solidify
is
my
full of
stance,
retards.
For anybody that's curious, my feelings on MK1, what's going on in the community right now with it.
Man,
is
they
pretty
gave
wild.
GP
I
and
enjoy
Mark.
the game.
Bro, there's no
I
such
really
thing.
do. It's just
I don't want
I'm
to get
still waiting on a
banned.
character, and the characters that I have
I'm
played
not
and the ones that
saying
eventually settled on is
fucking
like Havoc.
N-word,
Even
dude.
though Havoc
Look,
is
if I was
cool,
singing,
and
listen, when I'm
enjoying
singing
my
along
time
to a
with him,
song,
the only character
and
of
that
the
word's in
entire
it, I
roster
sing
that
it.
I wanted to go back and play, so I'm definitely in a character crisis.
I'm not just
Anyway,
gonna
long story
say
short, new
it
characters
so it
came
can
out,
be
I tried
clipped
them,
by
and really not
Dragus
for me,
in
so I
a
just don't come
fucking
back because
in a
it's like, okay,
YouTube
I'm just gonna kinda
stream
wait on
just to make
hope
people
that
laugh.
Takeda or Ermac is
I'm never
fun.
gonna live
Because,
that
again,
down.
My stance is that I didn't like MK11 as a game, and it had
That'll
crazy
come
cool
back to haunt me
characters.
in like 5 years'
Now,
time.
I think MK1 is a great game,
And I'll be
but
like,
it just doesn't have
caught in the
characters I wanna
headlights
play
going,
yet.
check
So
the
anyway, Super
chat
made the observation that
transcripts.
People just kind of dropped off, like really hard. The amount of people like watching MK1 just in general between tournaments or just overall viewership, everyone just sort of lost interest.
Okay, DSP
really
just
fast.
listening to
So there's a couple
Maximilian.
of things to boil
Super
that down
scared
to, and
to
it's the fact
disagree
that
with
every
him.
previous NRS game,
It's the guy from
really
Nickelback.
casual
Where's
draw at the
the
start,
where's
and
the Street Fighter guy? It's definitely the guy from Nickelback.
eventually it teeters out.
Must be his
MK1
brother or
seemingly
something.
lost a huge amount of its casual audience, I'd say, in the first few weeks.
Yeah.
How did that happen? MK1 just didn't
Yeah.
have the features MK11 had. MK11 was a game that just had characters people liked more, amount of content that was worth playing more. And what happens in
Amount
that
of
situation?
content.
Well, you get folks that are, not super big on fighting games, but they kind of like this one because it has stuff that they like in it. And they're going to watch streams and they're going to check out the game and see how it's doing. For perspective,
Okay.
how much does this game sell? It sells more than Street Fighter 6.
Yes.
It's selling just fine.
He's
And will
literally
it
just
overall
watching and
go
saying,
on to
yes,
be a
yeah,
better,
yes.
like a bigger game.
Just literally
than
just
MK11
agreeing with
or even
everything he
MKX?
says.
I don't think so. I was
Wanting
saying
to
this before, I think
interject
this is
his
the
own
first
little
NRS
bit,
game
but
that's
just
gonna,
literally
falter,
agreeing
that's
with
gonna,
everything he says.
Stumble a bit. That's kind of happened, right? Where people just
Because
don't. as
DSP, I
much
guess, he
enjoy
knows
watching
he's
the
like
game
an
and the
authority or
overall
whatever. He obviously don't want to go against the guy.
interest
Or even say anything,
DLC
really.
characters or general gameplay of the
It's
game
just
is
about
sort
Mortal
of
Kombat. He's got no stake in it. Just boring.
like gone down. And that's exactly
They
what
should have
Super
given
was
some
saying.
sort of
He has a
Street
big
Fighter
amount of
thing to
audience that
watch.
just love NRS games.
Something by one of these. They could give him some sort of Street Fighter thing by one of these big people within the communities that's like contradicting things he says. See what he does then.
And they just watch his stuff. But the majority of perspective was like people just lost interest because there was no content. And people didn't like the microtransaction stuff, and people didn't like how buggy the game was. And
Right. Keep in mind, at launch, MK1 was broken. We didn't even know that the game was completely unbalanced for 2 weeks, and then they had to patch it to fix it. Player 1 and 2.
Max is DSP in
It was
alternate
literally
universe.
a
Yeah.
broken competitive.
Max
fighting
is
game.
what
Why would you
DSP
play
could
it,
have
right?
been.
No, for me, it's the same things that I said when the game
That's
came
what
out.
DSP could
the
have
game
been.
engine is a step back instead of being a step forward. Like Street Fighter 6 is a
So
huge step
insane,
forward
isn't it?
For Street
That
Fighter,
he
with
could
the
have
amount
been
of
that.
complexity in the game engine. MK1
If
is
he
a
had
step
just
back.
reeled
It
in his
removed
attitude, or even if he didn't, if
complexity
he'd have
they
just
added
made
in
his
MK11
attitude more
and made it
marketable
more simple
and
but
hadn't been
not as
such
fun
a
to
cunt.
play, 'cause it's
But
so
he is
simple.
such, like,
Online
being a
connections
cunt is
terrible
so innate
compared to
to
other
him.
fighting games. MK1
It's his
by
entire
far
personality.
has the worst online play between that Street
If
Fighter
DSP
6 and
wasn't
Tekken
asked,
8,
it's
which were
correct.
all released within a 6-month period. It's just
This is
way
correct.
inferior. Super laggy matches.
Yeah,
compared to
Max
the other
isn't
games.
like, well, I don't know the guy obviously,
would it
but
have
in his videos
longevity?
he just
And
comes
I
across.
told you, I felt like
He
this
comes
one,
across as
MK1
very,
was
you
not an
know,
attempt
well
to make a
mannered,
good
not
Mortal
neutral,
Kombat.
but
It was
he's
just an attempt
very
to make a
like.
game to make some
He
money
seems like a
quick.
very
They
chilled,
could fund something and
balanced
make the
guy.
next
I've never
game.
seen him
Remember,
really
they were
animated.
alternating for a while.
He's very
Mortal
thorough. I have a
Kombat,
few like
Injustice,
Street
Mortal
Fighter
Kombat,
videos I've
Injustice.
watched of
All of a
his.
sudden, no Injustice 3. So what's going on? Oh, quick, rush this other Mortal Kombat out so we can at least have some money coming in, and then we'll work on the next big game or something afterward, right? That's what it seems like to me. It doesn't seem like the effort was really.
He does
put into
still
Mortal
want to
Kombat
be
1
in
at all.
terms of
It's kind of an
relevance. You're
afterthought
correct,
wedged in game,
or how
so they
people
can
view him.
release
I don't know if
something
you
to
meant
generate revenue.
reverence or
It just
relevance.
doesn't have the longevity of anything else. Like it has that board game mode or whatever, but I don't think that board game mode is as good as say the Crypt, where the Crypt is a little bit more interesting with exploration and kind of funny, silly stuff in it. The
Well, he has
campaign was
oh,
not
he
as
has his
good
kid on with him as
as
well. That's
Mortal
cool.
Kombat 9, 10, or 11, right? The campaign was way inferior.
The same
terrible
way I
writing.
have my kids on with me.
And as for the gameplay,
How
it's not
wonderful,
as bad.
Jack.
Everything about it is inferior. The only thing better is maybe the graphics. That's it. Everything else sucked. So it's not surprising to see that the game fell off. I don't think that Max is saying anything different than anything that I've said.
See,
People didn't
just
like
saying
that. You know,
everything that
online takes
DSP
forever
said,
to find
Max
matches,
is
which
agreeing
still
with, kissing his
easily
ass,
one of
and
the
sort of
worst parts of the
simultaneously
game
saying,
that
yeah,
I
he
go
agrees
online
with
and
me.
It's hard to actually play this game.
Yep.
I'm seeing it all in my
Yep.
chat right now, and people have been saying overnight that the game's kind of boring to watch. And I was feeling that way with obviously MK11.
It is.
MK11 is
It's
a
a
really
boring
dry
game.
game to watch. But this game gives you more stuff per character. If you
Again, it's
consider-
when
Here
you
we
look at
go.
Street Fighter 6, it's a flashy game with great visuals and tons of stuff that can happen at any time. Tekken 8, same thing, flashy combos, everything. This game is like there's a high-low mix-up and an assist that comes out, and you do one combo. That's the game. It's so boring. It's a fucking boring-ass game. They didn't make it any kind of there's no hook to playing it. It's just kind of a one-trick pony game. It's super boring.
this a team game, I think it just got figured out kind of fast. The stuff that's really good in the game kind of boils the game plan down to something relatively simplistic. The game sort of moves at a snail's pace. That never changed too much. I think we just got used to the fact that MK1, from the earlier versions that we played, the general interaction of the game is kind of slow. It doesn't have as much zoning as previous NRS games, for sure. But overall movement and attack speed is really 50% slower than previous games. We all know MKX is a fast game. We don't even need to say that. But MK11, it speeds the hell up, dude. It's actually really fast when you go back and you look at it now. So it's kind of
just
crazy.
gonna say yes
Complement
again?
all of that shit with like a cameo system that gets figured out pretty
Oh,
quick.
shit.
A lot of
Told
casual
ya.
fans for NRS games
Told ya,
do
see?
not like the team stuff.
Max agrees with
They
me.
do not like the fact that you have multiple characters. And this is another thing that's echoed in his, like, the comments of his video. People don't like that it's a team game. They don't want to have to, like, learn this stuff. They just want a 1v1 fighting game, and they hope the cameos get removed from the game type stuff. From an overall perspective of, like, the casual perspective, which is the huge majority of people that will remain interested in MK, it feels like they're just burned out. And the word of mouth for MK1 isn't generally good. It isn't come with, like, a huge positivity. I feel like the best word of mouth for MK is that the gameplay's fun. And that's where I'm at, where it's like, yeah, I really enjoy the game. I played it for like, a couple months, man, where we were just roaming the roster and figuring stuff out. Took a break from Street Fighter. But now, like, as I went and played a few more fighting games over the past month and came back to MK after a big hiatus of this. So it's like, okay, let's go see what MK1 is
At least
like.
he drops a
dude,
like and links
the
the video.
problems of this game are pretty
I
obvious.
mean, yeah,
Like,
DSP's
just
never
playing
gonna do
it is
that
kinda
shit.
rough. And if people are dedicating their time to playing invasions and shit,
He would
that
just say, "Oh yeah, well if I
man.
like or leave
So,
comments and stuff, people will
essentially,
hassle that
he's
person.
completely
My
echoing
trolls."
Everything I said.
He
The
just
only difference
guilt
is
you.
I said it in the first 2 weeks the game was out. I acknowledged all of these problems 2 weeks into the game's life cycle.
Yeah,
the online
DSP
play is
already
worse.
said all this.
The game is too slow paced. It's a simpletons game.
DSP
It's just a
already
cameo
said all
system that's
this.
Boring. It's a huge step back from MK10 and 11 because they removed a bunch of stuff. It's not as fun to play. It's
Yeah,
unbalanced.
DSP already
Like,
said all
everything
this.
that he's saying, I already said in fucking, what was it, September when the game came out? But again, here's the problem, and I hate to say this. It's not just Max, but it's everyone in the FGC.
Okay.
They have to get so hype over every new release because that's what prints them money. You have to understand that. Okay? It's not just him. I'm not calling him out. It's the entire FGC.
It's not just
When a
him,
new
it's
fighting game comes out,
everyone.
they have to act like it's the best fucking thing ever because it prints them money. They want people coming to their streams, going to their tournaments, covering their stuff. You see what I mean? Me, I don't care if I call out a game in the first 2 weeks because I have a million other things I can do. I don't care if MK1 got traction on my channel or not. After playing it for 2 weeks, I got bored. I said, I'm not playing this anymore. The game's
So he got
terrible.
beat up bad.
And then I went back to Street Fighter 6. I mean, Tekken, I liked. I played for over a month, right?
He
About a
got
month,
fucked
month and a
up
half.
on Mortal Kombat and
It's a very
Tekken.
good game. But MK1, I got
He got
so
fucked
bored
up
right
on
away.
both
It's just
of
not
them.
a good game. These people have to shill. They have to say the game is good. They have to go back to it. They have to check out DLC characters because this is where their bread and butter is coming from. And it sucks because instead of getting honesty from the FGC, you get people who say the game is great and then people rush out and buy it and then it's not good. Like, for example, Mortal Kombat 1 would not sell as well
Yeah,
as it
literally
did
no matter
if the
what he plays.
FGC didn't shill it. But it's this endless cycle of they shill it for a little bit and then they don't care about it after a
These
while.
geezers probably
So
play
why did you
retro
chill
fighting
it?
games
'Cause
all
you
the
wanted
time and get that
initial
many
big
viewers.
wave of views and popularity in your content. It's dumb. We
Oh
all
my
know
God, dude.
NetherRealm games are far inferior to other fighting game franchises. They always have been.
Yeah,
They're
he has
more for
no
that
idea
casual
what he's
audience
talking
to go
about with
play
these
this
people
war,
or why
the
they're
party
doing
game I play
what they're
with my friends.
doing.
So then
Or
stop
saying what they're
fucking
saying
acting
at
like
the
it's a
time they're
serious
doing or
game
saying it.
and taking it seriously and having people
He
buy
has
it, and
no
then now no one plays
idea
it.
what he's talking
Right?
about.
It had like insane amount of sales, and no one fucking plays the game now. So all those sales were wasted money. You know, like what the hell? Those sales could have went to other better games or other better fighting games. You know, that would have longevity. But no, we have to have our quick gratification of get those views, get the shilling out, make the money.
Get the money.
I didn't shill shit.
Yeah, make
I
the
bought it.
money.
I thought the story sucked. The online play was atrocious. The characters weren't interesting.
You're hearing this, Max? He's talking about you, bro.
Boring and simpleton shit. Like I said that the first week it was out.
He's talking
And I
about
said,
you,
"Fuck
Max.
This game. I'm not wasting time on it anymore. Let's do better things." But that's not what the FGC does. It's sad. I wish they did. Because here's him making this video back in, what was this, February? Right? I said that in September. And it all stands true. It was all correct.
But you have no idea his motivation or how much he played Mortal Kombat until he decided to say all this.
And let's move on. We're gonna
he has no idea how long he played Mortal Kombat for or how much of it he played before he decided to make this video.
Thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you in the next part. Okay. I am going to do some shout-outs because we actually got some contributions here, guys.
Oh, wow, money.
No, you guys, stop. I didn't say this is just Max. I want you to fucking stop right now. I said FGC in general. I did not say Max. Max
See,
is a variety
he
guy.
is scared that someone's going to tell him.
Again,
he's a
in general,
fucking
the
coward.
FGC is a shilling
So that's why he
community. They
did
have to
sort of
shill
preface it
those
because he
first
wants
few
to be able
months
to
to
back
make the
out.
bucks.
But
Alright,
he is
pretty
scared,
sad.
like
Instead
that.
of being honest.
Even though he
Everyone knew
likes
this game was
taking
not
shots
good
at
when it
these
came out,
people,
but they
he
shilled
is
it for
scared
2-3
that they
months because
will
wanted
see
their
it
money
or it
first.
will blow up negatively on him on Twitter. He is
so,
100% scared of that happening.
I received a $1
He
tip
is 100% scared of that happening.
from @random. He says, "This isn't a big deal. My video wasn't watched." What video? Because there were two people who submitted completely inappropriate videos. And I'm wondering what video you're talking about.
Uh-oh.
There was one video submitted, ultra level member. I'm not kidding you. It was some guy on TikTok talking about his balls and his cock and smashing them together. And I was like, this is insanely inappropriate. And I fucking banned the person because it was disgusting. All right. The other video was a cartoon that was re-uploaded. That I don't even know if it's fair use or not because it's a cartoon.
What are those
from
fucking
old times, and
scammers
it was
sending
a
him?
racist cartoon. Like,
What
there was
are they
blatantly
sending
racist
him, bro?
content in the cartoon. So I fucking
What
banned
the
that person
fuck
too.
are they
So if
sending
you're one of
him?
those two people, you submitted content that blatantly I would not be watching on this show, and you got banned.
Oh.
So there you go. That's what happened. You know, I don't know what kind of
Jesus
videos
Christ,
you guys
that
think
is
you're
DSP
submitting.
human,
You know,
you're
I'm
right.
being way more careful about what I watch
His
because
balls
remember,
and
about
his
a month ago, someone
cock.
tried to submit a video that was blatantly going to get me in trouble. It had like porn in it and shit. They were doing it on purpose.
That was hilarious.
Okay, so no, if you're going to try to become a member so you can submit videos that are going to get me banned on YouTube, I'm just going to ban you, and I'm not going to bother talking about it. Okay. So you'll probably find yourself banned from the channel because you submitted something incredibly disgusting and inappropriate. Okay. Excuse me. Now, I received a $50 tip.
You've got to be cleverer than
anonymous
that.
tipper.
You've got to be smarter than that, guys.
Who says,
If you're trying to
"Happy
wind him
belated
up, you've got to
birthday."
be smarter than that. It's got to be videos that subtly contradict things he says. Stuff like that that gets under his skin. Like, it's got to be things like that.
Hey, I enjoyed your marathon yesterday, and it was good to see
Yesterday?
Korean food.
Right, what time is it?
Yeah, eaten
Oh,
during
bro, it's
Feasting with the
25
King.
past.
It'd be nice if you could try out other kinds of Korean food later in the year. Yeah, that particular restaurant does bibimbap.
Oh, do you know
and
what?
They do bulgogi, and they do a variation or two on bulgogi, but that's really the limit of what they do. You know, Kat and I were looking for
I
various
need a different theme for this
cuisines,
on
like Korean cuisine.
the tube.
And sadly, there's just not a lot of variety available right now in our area. Most of the Korean barbecue restaurants are basically...
Okay, that's not what we wanted. Right. We're going to have this one for the theme. Alright. That's it. We're not going to raid anyone today. Because I can't be bothered to do it now. Or work it out. You haven't got the emote. Right, Air, it's over, dude. It's over, bro. You're all welcome. Thank you for coming and hanging out on YouTube. We don't have all our normal stuff, but don't worry. Don't worry, I'll be back on the Twitch platform in like a couple of days. Something like that. But we let the song play a bit more, and I'm just gonna end it. I'm just gonna end it. We're not gonna go anywhere. If you go to someone's chat, tell them you came from here. Tell them you came from here. If you go to someone's chat, say, hey, I was watching Marks on YouTube. And all that. Oh. Now hopefully the stream stays up and none of the music kills it for everyone. Oh. Right. I'm going because I'm on the early shift and I've got to get up at 4 AM. I love all of you. Thanks for hanging out. Good night.